Alright, welcome back to the stream, guys. As you can see, we have Fallen and Taco with us again. You guys got a lot of praise for the last cast that you did with Alex and Robin. So everyone's like, yeah, we want Taco and Fallen again. We want him again. Luckily for them, you guys won the game, so now you can join us for this last game. How did you feel about that one? It looked pretty easy.
Better question. Would you be here if you had lost the game?
Probably not.
He's always so mad when he loses. I probably won't be here as well. Yeah, but thanks for all the praise. We had so much fun here. Actually, I think while doing it, I realized how much Fiflari knows about CS, because every time he was saying something, I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
You wouldn't think from the time he was playing, though.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's why I think he was very important when IP. I mean, that shows a lot for me. It was a good sign.
And let me tell you something. It's a pleasure to me to be here, seated with next to Yanko. You know, he's a god.
What about James?
As well.
James is here as well.
Cheers.
But but Yanko, I'm talking about the analyst thing. You know, so every match we watch, we try to listen to what you are saying. You know, it's really.
We actually
important for
consider
us.
Yanko our coach.
Yeah.
Yanko, if one day you go in the cast and you say, man, Fallen needs to retire, then I'm gone.
Nah,
Right.
I just hope you guys keep playing for a very long time, because I might be out of a job then. But I didn't get to see, because OpTiC was casting the game, I didn't really watch Cobblestone, so I was really surprised to see that you guys had a pretty easy game, considering Gambit never lost on Cobble until on LAN, until they lost to CLG in Kiev. Yeah, they were undefeated on both Cobble, and I think they're still undefeated on LAN on Overpass. So those are like their two strongest maps. And for you guys, even when you were the best team in the world, Cobble was never your like top 2 map. It was always like number 4, I guess. So what do you think? Did you just study them really well, or were you just like playing
be
your own
honest,
game?
I didn't know they would pick Cash. As you say, they could go for Overpass, and they could actually go for Inferno as well.
You guys picked Cobble.
No.
No,
We
they
pick
picked
Cash.
Cash. We picked Cash.
Oh, you picked.
Yeah,
Because
so
you said-
okay.
Yeah.
I only prepared myself for Cash, because I didn't know which map they would pick. And I will not prepare myself for 3 or 4 maps. It's too much to actually go into it. So, Cobble is a map that we always have been kind of okay with FNX back in the days. And nowadays, I think we're getting better on it, because I think there was a tournament we beat VP 16-5 on it. And after that, teams started vetoing against us, so we didn't have any chance to play it again. But we are actually pressing it a lot. And I feel like Code Zero going to the drop a CT was a big change. I think he knows how to play the hard positions the perfect way, and that helped us a lot.
Do you consider your? Why are you laughing?
I mean, no, I just.
I haven't
looked
even
at you.
started talking
No,
yet.
I just like I looked at you. Do you have something to add, James?
Do you consider your team to be a 7-map team? Because I feel like
6.
Do you really?
Yeah, Nuke, Fiflari is still teaching us. Yeah, we can't play Nuke.
Okay, well before Nuke came out.
This guy can. I can't.
I can play B nuke, not nuke.
That's
We
true.
play on B.
He can
just
go
to see.
BST and BSCT.
Yeah.
No joke. He never went outside on Nuke. Never.
Never.
Do you know how it
Not
looks?
even practice. There was
know
one
the
eco who said
boxes?
falling. He said falling. Can I go outside? I just want to check it out. No, you go B. That's true. True history. No?
Yeah.
Confirm it.
Okay,
6
so-
maps. I think right on this tournament, that's why we feel so confident about playing this. Not because I think the competition here is the level could be considered a little bit lower, but you have NIP, you have Gambit who's doing pretty well. Even the American teams, Cloud9 is playing super well as well. So I don't think the competition is on lower level. I think it's pretty okay and good. But I think this is the first tournament we come and we can play all 6 maps.
Yeah.
Let's pick one.
And also every game is a best of 3. You have no best of 1. So that's where you also, get the advantage over some of these teams. Because sure, they might be looking good with their lineup, they might be playing well, but they still don't have the depth in their map pool. Maybe they're really good on like 3 maps, and this is where you can pick one of the maps which are really weak for them and kind of exploit that. So
Yeah, for us it's like sorry.
No,
But
no, it's fine.
while we was preparing ourselves, we got really a lot of work in all maps. So we're like, okay, so now we have all of this. Which one is the best now? We don't know. So we put a lot of work on studying and trying to even not changing the roles, but identifying some roles that we're doing not properly. Like, example for CTs, someone is playing too aggressive where it shouldn't be, and trying to have a better understanding of how we should play. And then after doing all of it, we're like, so now we need to check it out on LAN, which map's the best, because we don't know. So like we played Train yesterday, was our pick, and we are feeling comfortable on Train despite the losses. If you go for the history, if you go for the matches we lost, I think the last 5 or 6 matches in Train we lost. But there's a big change from the couple, the last 4 and the last one. I think the last one we lost for Cloud9, they played on very different pace than every other team plays. I mean, they play very differently, and I think this caught us a little off guard. But I wanna test Train again this tournament.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, sometimes you lose them. For example, the game you had today against Cloud9, you beat them like it was 16-10, I think, in the end on Mirage. But the game felt like much more close than that. You know, there were a couple of rounds where you guys had a little bit of luck, like that round where you got the kill from Ticket on the guy planting through the smoke, through the box. You know, a couple of clutches as well where you guys basically made hero plays. So from their POV, it looked like they were making all the right calls. Yeah, they just couldn't, like when the exit, you know, when the 3v3 comes in, they couldn't close out the round.
I agree. Like, you can say that some rounds were based on a little bit of lucky. For example, this shot normally it doesn't hit, but sometimes it hit. I mean, this was my only chance. I knew the round would be pretty much over if I didn't hit it, so I just tried. And there was also a round from Fur where he was able to kill the guy planting because he heard him planting. So, but that was not too much luck. This is his skill. He was behind the smoke, start planting, you can hear the sound, and then you shoot. And then I think, but if you start seeing, if you look for Train, for example, there was some couple rounds we lost. There was lucky for Cloud9 as well. I mean, the first gun round we lost, we have repeated this on practice like for 10 times. We won all of them. And because of one smoke we throw it, he was able to do a play around it, and then they run around. So it's harsh to say that someone won because of lucky. I know some fans consider like, oh, Cloud9 is so lucky. SK is the most lucky team in the world. But I mean, if you look for the game and you try to watch it on a Cloud9 perspective, you're gonna see that they lost rounds that they shouldn't. So it wasn't about the rounds they lost because we're lucky. It was more about the rounds they lost that they couldn't lose. They were not supposed to lose some rounds. For example, the 3v3 where Phelps got 2 kills with CZ. For example, the round where Phelps knifed the guy on underpass. So those rounds they should not have lost it. What I have to say, Taco? Sorry, I talk too much.
Production, what did you say to us?
No, the Boomio plug. So we should have a replay in. So for you guys who don't know what Boomio is, it's a new platform where you can go for duels, for example, 1v1s, and you get like a real life duel situation.
Just to let you know, I challenged Taco. He didn't accept it. Alright? Because you know, other tournaments they put us to play together one-on-one. He got wrecked, so now he just.
It's never happened.
You scared?
Taco, please, Taco.
Never happened.
You mad, Taco?
Because I wanna, you know, hard challenge, not easy challenge.
But this is great. I mean, practicing like this, I think it's an interesting way of not only warming up, but actually practicing how you should move yourself to get those kills, how you should strafe, how you should stop your character, right? You stop your person to cancel the movement and then shoot. And I think this is great. And actually, the classes itself, I think it's a very good way to learn faster, because some of the things, for example, I created a class on Overpass. In order to do this, it was like 15 years playing, so you can just go there and check it out and get a better understanding of how pro teams play and how your amateur team should play as well.
I mean, you do a bunch of that yourself with all the Gamer Academy stuff.
Games Academy.
Yeah, I have been doing those videos since 2011, so I love doing it, and that helped me a lot to understand how the game was played while I was in Brazil, because I couldn't face competition, the high competition every day, so the only way to catch it would be watching all the demos and trying to have a better understanding. And at the beginning, it wasn't enough. I mean, just watching is not enough, guys. So if you go to Boomio or Games Academy or anything, you go to YouTube, watch some videos, you won't leave it being a pro player. But the fundamentals, if you put it in practice, if you give it time and you work hard, you can be in there.
In the first best of 3 of a day, some teams will choose the weaker side to start on as like a warm-up, you know, in case they go in a bit cold.
Really?
Yeah, like
Who does that?
NIP, for example,
Really?
often do it. Yeah, so like on Old Inferno, they would pick the T side if it was the first map of the first best of 3 of a day. They would start on the T side to kind of warm up. So if there's any kind of junk to get out of their system, they'll do it on the crap side and then go on from there. Do you guys ever do a similar thing?
So the only counterpoint against that, in my opinion, is let's suppose your CT is so strong that they would not even play a CT, because you're so good on defense that you'll make 14 or 13 rounds and then you could just finish a CT. So when you do that, you have the chance of letting they do that strong CT side as well. So I think it's dangerous, but I recognize the NIP has been doing that for a long time.
I don't think it's a matter that much of them wanting to start on the weaker side. I think that it's a matter of when you play the first best of 3 of the day and the first game, they want to start T on some maps, because they want to be the ones dictating the pace of the game, right?
Choosing what to do, right?
Yeah, because you are like the one making the plays, the CTs need to react off of what you're doing, and if you get off to a very strong start, if you have a good game plan going, even though it's maybe on some maps a weaker side, let's say on Inferno, for example, if you are really, really confident in what you're going to do, the first couple of gun rounds, the pistol round, then you can have a very strong half and just ride that momentum into the second half as well. I think it's more of that.
You can go either way, right? You can just start losing a lot as well, and then CT side, you're going to be very afraid to do some play because you can't lose the next round. Yeah, you can go either way.
I always dictate the pace of the game. T or CT.
Even
when I'm commentating.
The Bardolph dictates the game, no matter what his role is. But let's switch a little bit towards the game that we're actually going to have, OpTiC Gaming versus Cloud9. How do you guys feel about, OpTiC? How do you feel, Fallen, about you bringing in a player on trial, and that player is supposed to be the in-game leader of the team as well, and he never played on that level
I think that's harsh. I think that's harsh because if it starts going very poorly, then you start not only doubting yourself, but doubting your in-game leader as well, because he's a new guy. You never play with him. You never had any success with him to really trust him. So, I mean, the other players need to be very committed to it. All right, so he's the guy. Meanwhile, he's the captain. No matter what, I trust him. Because otherwise, I think it could go very wrong and very fast. And actually, at the first game, so OpTiC played, he was being very poorly. So, for me, it's a surprise they're still here, and then now they have a chance to even be in the lower bracket finals. What do you think, Taco?
I'm with you, my friend.
Always, right?
Always.
Oh.
Taco the wise, they say.
Never doubt Fallen. I saw that you changed the name of your op. It was Drop for Fallen.
I was
before.
watching when you said that.
It was Drop for Fallen. Now it is I think I learned.
I think I learned.
I think you think wrong though.
Yeah, you do.
but maybe one day, Taco. Maybe one day.
I just think. I'm not sure.
No, he's doing great. Taco has some positions where he plays with the WP. Even Phelps, Inferno Phelps has been catching up the sniper. But Taco is amazing now, to be honest. I was impressed by his skills.
No, you asked
but
me.
I'll never drop for you.
You asked me the other day if I had any SK weapons. Well, I have two fur weapons.
Fur?
The auto shotgun and the MP9. Because when he used to play on Cash and Mirage, like
he loved the MP9. Now the UMP is so good that he quit it.
Yeah, Fur's my personal hero, man. I paid $70 for a souvenir MP9 with fur on. $70.
Worth it.
That's how dedicated I am to the cause. Yeah. So do we have the maps yet for this best of 3? Reduction. In
a minute.
One thing way more important. Do we have any history, Taco?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
We're waiting for Taco history. He's the best.
For the storytelling, yeah. That was amazing. But also looking at Cloud9 at this tournament, they've been looking super solid as a team. I think a lot of people, usually when we always mention this when a team is playing with a stand-in, we always say, yeah, but they're probably not going to be as coordinated, as organized, they're playing with a different player, but it seems like Brax just has such high game sense and good understanding of the game that it's no problem.
If you change a player for someone who doesn't understand the game or doesn't play well enough, of course it's going to be tough. But you add in Brax. I mean, no offense to Skaduro, but Skaduro is a great player to start with. But Brax is best player in Cloud9 right now, in my opinion. If he never played with them, he just joins the team, and he's the best player. And what I think it really surprised me is the fact that he has been playing on such a very not professional environment. When he played Rank ES, he's just playing pugging, and the aspects of his game where he has all the deep knowledge of some picks he shouldn't do, or waiting for the flash to really pick with the AWP. Some of the things that really made the difference for them against NIP, and to expect that from a guy who plays for fun, who plays Rank ES, okay, I can do whatever I want, I can just try to kill everyone. I mean, so this mentality on Brax is what impressed me most.
Even on Rank ES, it's really easy to play with him. Every time I'm playing with him, it's really easy. He's a really good player. He's always playing the right way. So Brax is
he's insane.
It's crazy how good his team play is, right? Because sure, you can be a very skilled player individually. You play pugs, you have very good aim, very good game sense, and that's great. But pugs and rank S or FPL, they're not really about team play that much. It's about making plays yourself. And now him being
but not really. I think he's the proof that this is not true. How can a guy play rank S like this and do all the right plays, ask for flashes, play on a team play environment, and then he doesn't. You don't see him doing mistakes. Like you don't see him doing like pug things.
Yeah, I think it's a testimony more to himself, to him as a player, like how like good he is at understanding the game and always making the right move, rather than just being the fact that he played in rank S. It's that there he also honed his team play.
Yeah,
it's mad that he's literally just taking all of Skadoodle's roles as well.
Yeah.
So he's not an AWP opponent, but he's taking all the AWP roles, and you know,
he's
fitting
good
into
at
his
it.
team?
Yeah, for me, Swag remembers a lot of Code Zero. He can do everything. He can do any single role. He can play with any single weapon, and he's good on it. So, for example, today, I was watching the game against NIP, and for example, Draken was boosted as T, and Draken, instead of asking for a flash and picking Z, he tried to do it for himself. He died. Rex was boosted for like 15 seconds, waiting for the right moment for a flash to come, so he could do a safe pick, and that was different. I mean, he got the kill. Draken was dead because of it. So I mean, those kind of things and this kind of experience, it's amazing to think that Brex has it, meanwhile while not playing too much, and that's why I think he's an insane player. And while doing Skadoodle things, I think he's a little bit more aggressive. I mean, Skadoodle is a very good AWPer, but he doesn't chase kills. He doesn't often get the first kills. Swag went 2 rounds in a row getting kills on Squeaky, and then a 3rd round went to Big B. So I mean, he changed the pace of the game as a CT player, and that's why I think Cloud9 is doing super well with him.
And actually, he's not main AWPer. That's a good thing as well.
Who cares, Taco? You are not an AWPer, you get AWP too.
No, but I mean, he's too good.
Sometimes the AWPer can be playing very bad, you know? It happens.
Yeah, he's playing really sick. I know OpTiC. He's trying to put players like Skadoodle as well, like in positions which aren't so comfortable for them. Like there's more aggressive spots. We've seen some nice stuff from Cloud9. I remember there was one round where they were on the CT side of Cash, and they put Skadoodle in the middle of Cash, just peeking straight through into T warehouse without any smokes or anything, which I've only seen him do it once, but it's really cool because I always thought that he was a bit too passive as well, you know, and he could do a lot more if he went out of his comfort zone a bit.
Yeah, I think the Skadoodle strength is where you are doing an execution, where you know your entry fraggers and your second fragger is going to do the job, and you put him in a position, he's very good there. So, for example, Cabo, when they were playing super well with Shangaris and Freakazoid, often they had B, they exchanged the first frags. Skadoodle would make sure that they win the round, because he's very good at holding after he's there. But I don't think Skadoodle is great at finding the first picks, and that's something he should be working in, because that's a part. It's like a job of an AWPer as well.
Similar to JDM, you feel like JDM is the same type of an AWPer, right? Doesn't really go very aggressive to find the openings, but when you take the site and put him in a position where he can like fight the retake, he will more often than not, at least when he was at his peak, he would like secure the round for you.
Yeah, just to add something a little bit so you don't get it wrong, doesn't mean that because he's not aggressive he's not good. So for example, I am aggressive sometimes, and there are other times where I'm very passive. But while being passive, the thing is what we're doing. A lot of times when I'm passive, I'm doing something for the team. I'm smoking something, I'm flashing something, I'm making sure that they can get something. So if the AWPer is just being passive without creating anything or not even supporting, then it might be a problem. So the AWPers, sometimes I think they lack a little bit of sense of how they can support the team while not doing something that's AWPer.
So what were the maps? The maps were Cash.
Oh, did we see them?
Yeah, they were on screen. They were on stream.
There we go.
Thank you. Cash, Cobble, and Mirage.
So Cash picked by OpTiC, Cobblestone by Cloud9, and Mirage will be the decider. So Cash the opening map. That'll be a fun map for AWPing on, that's for sure.
Cash is looking very strong for T9. But when it comes to these American duos, it's very hard to say who's going to win, be honest.
Yeah, because you thought that Liquid was a big favorite in their game against OpTiC, and still OpTic managed to...
It's like they had their numbers, right? You can't really say, oh, this team is better, they're going to win. It's never like this when I think Cloud9, OpTic, and Liquid are playing.
Yeah, and they know each other so well, and each other's tendencies, and so on.
But I think this, like, even on Cash, despite it being OpTic's pick, I would still favor C9, because for me, on Cash, it's super important for you to be a very, very dynamic team, right? To be able, on the CT side as well, it's almost like a mini T side. You need to be able to fight for map control, whether it's Squeaky, main, B, right? You always need to...
A lot of movement too,
yeah,
right?
you have to move a lot. You have to react to what the Ts are doing. And it feels like Cloud9 right now, with Swag instead of Skadoodle, they are super good at just being very dynamic, aggressive all over the map. And even though OpTic does a decent job at it, I don't think they're at that level of being dynamic. So
yeah, this is starting.
We'll see.
Yeah, I think part of that is going to be Jason's inexperience as well, but perhaps he's getting some help with the mid-round calling. And indeed, it's Jason with just a defuse kit. So I don't know if he's got money in the hole, because they're all USPs. So okay, I suppose he
threw the smoke mid.
Okay, there we go. So we've got a 2-man boost here from the CT side. Bomb still in a passive position for Cloud9, being carried by yours truly, Swag. It's an opening kill for Stewie, just spotting the next CT. Will he go for the kill there? There's a flash from his teammate, but they're not going to pursue it. There is time for the CTs to rotate some extra help as well. So Mixwell may become bait for somebody further away to get a kill with a USB. Not quietly back off. The T's now leaving a lurker towards B, but most people heading towards A. And it's still a fair amount of grenades here on Cloud9. 2 smokes and a Molotov as well. We've seen mollies on Cash recently on the pistol round going towards Quad. .50 seconds on the clock. Now we've got a third player for OpTiC towards A, so they might have a read as to what's going on. Tarek's facing B from the checkers area, so I think that is enough information for them to...
I feel like this is where OpTiC, yeah, he's faking B right now, and it is actually forcing a rotation from OpTiC, so this is looking very, very good for Cloud9. Now when they explode towards the A bomb site, Naf gets 1 kill from the MK position, but gets immediately traded. Mixwell gets the second one, 3v3, but the bomb is down, and this is looking favorable for C9.
Yeah, nothing's pretty tagged up. Jason still carrying the kit, and all 3 CTs are here. No smoke for main, no flashes for main. There's a decoy on Tarek. He could try and use it as a fake, perhaps. Nothing, perhaps flanking around the forklift. There he goes, caught out though. Jason closing the door, that's an option gone, so they can just focus on the main door. All facing at the same time. Now it's down to the 1v1. There's a kit onto Mixwell. He's got no angle, no cover though to defuse the bomb. Swag just shoulder peeking, just making a nuisance of himself, wasting time, and surely it's too late. Now it definitely is. Pistol goes to Cloud9.
I think a good moment from Swag was right at the beginning of the round when he realized that they threw a smoke mid, and he was covering boost. But very important aspect of how he played it was like, okay, you guys can boost, I just want to make sure that I see you, so you know they were detected, and I don't die for you. So he knew that it was important for him to just get information without dying. He played it perfectly, so that allowed Steel to get the first kill inside mid.
Mixwell's got the UMP. Force buy from most of the players here on OpTiC. So it's unlikely to be an AWP at the beginning of their buy rounds. I think Rush might have some money in the hole. He's gone Deagle, no armor. OpTiC, I think, is waiting for an overextension. So we've got 3 rifles and 2 UMPs. Reasonable utility for Cloud9 on this anti-force buy round.
They actually also have, OpTiC has a sort of a stack towards A. They have 3 players in the site, and also 4th player up on hide base, so there's only 1 player towards B. This is something you don't see that often, where teams force, they don't really stack. So is this something that will catch Cloud9 off guard? They still have 3 Molotovs actually, decent amount of utility, and this is where we will see. I think that even with the stacked, with the correct use of your utility, you can still win the round fairly easily. So let's see if Cloud9 makes actually good use of it, if they clear out Quad and MBK with those Molotovs.
Smoke on short will eliminate some options. And there is 1 CT forced away from the cover of the forklift. They'll take it in the face. Mixwell and Tarek remain 2 versus 4, and they've both got, well, no, Mixwell's got a rifle, which I think he's left for his teammate. So will they go for a save here?
That was very well played by Cloud9. And I think NIP tried to do pretty much the same thing against them during the game and lost the round because they tried to do it too fast. They went aiming too fast, like rushing, and then trying to throw out everything too fast, and then suddenly everyone from Cloud9 was super close to aiming and they lost the round. So the pace is important as well. The strat is good, but when you do it, it's important too.
How do you feel about these like second rounds when you know the CTs are forcing up? Do you prefer like playing a default, playing slow, or do you think you can just group up? Because as I said, I don't think like the CTs stack that often at the beginning of the round. So you even going like fast somewhere and making good use of your mollies, you can still have a pretty clean round.
Yeah, on our team, I think we prefer, Taco can say a little bit about it, but I think we prefer playing more on default because we can check it out what they're doing. And maybe we can trust that our aim is going to be able to detect it and not even detect them, but kill some of their players. When you stack and you just rush into a side, there's the risk. They can be doing something there differently, or they can use a proper flash or proper nade, and you can die. So I think it's safer, right? Taco, what do you think?
It is. It is really safe. I like the safe way.
You like
prefer
safety
default, right?
first?
Yeah.
You always use protection?
Tell Dan what you did when I told, guys, let's rush B this round, eco round.
I said, no.
Yeah, that's
no
what I
rush
say.
B, guys. No push B. It's
Because
not
he's the
safe.
anti-fragger and he has to go in first, you know. Please, though, I don't want to die again.
Oh, what's happening? James, we might have a
James,
problem.
What the hell is
it's
going on,
happened,
James?
James?
Well, 2 people have died. and there's not much else going on right now. Guns have been collected by the CT side. Door very politely being closed. Don't leave doors open. Could be a draft, you never know. Just like you don't leave the toilet seat down. Minute 10.
Can they do it? Yeah, do you think CTs have it?
That's the question. Well, they've got 2 Molotovs. They've got flashes as well. So there's ways for them to try and breach one of these 2 sites. They've got time, but they need to gamble on one of these 2 sites. Speaking of which, OpTiC now with 3 people towards A. You see that there are suggestions being made towards A.
This is very smart from Stewie. He picked up the second Molotov, and now with a smoke and 2 Molotovs, OpTiC thinks there's at least 2 players there out of the 3. They think it's A, and they actually left the B side completely open. So Cloud9 outsmarting OpTic in this round. And now they get the bomb down and have a 3v5 retake situation, which is still very, very doable for Cloud9, considering there's no utility or armor on most of OpTic's players.
They've been sold a fake handbag, and it's come apart at the seams. OpTic looking for refunds on the B bomb side. It's stacking up though, but the problem is 2 of these 5 players have Kevlar. The rest of them are going to get cut to ribbon by pretty much anything. Nice headshot though from Mixwell. No kit on these players, so do they want to save these rifles? Do they want to go for it? Do they want to try and wipe out Cloud9 since they can buy in the next round regardless? Shroud looking for the second frag. Spots both of them now. Stewie can try and cover, but both these, well, Stewie, all of 2 HP. So at least for OpTic, they'll eliminate all of Cloud9 and maybe save some rifles as well.
That's good enough for C9, right? 3v5, they won the round, and I think the main mistake here was done by Tarek.
Yeah.
No matter what, you're the solo player, you don't leave the side until someone dies.
Yeah, it was really smart from Stewie, but I would never rotate.
Yeah.
I'm the B player, I would never rotate.
That's a very fundamental aspect of someone who's played solo on side. I mean, this is very important. You don't rotate with 5 guys alive for no reason. Even if they throw 3 things, you don't rotate.
And he's also the guy who has armor and a Galil. So even alone, 1v3 in that side, he could have done a lot of damage.
1 kill would be maybe enough.
And it was 1 versus 2 actually, because the shield was Amen.
Yeah.
OpTic with control of mid early. I think they might have been spotted playing close. That's Jason under the boost and Tarek's in the vent position. So we've got a 2-2-1 setup at the moment, although again there is a quick rotation between mid and B from Tarek. So we see the slow boost coming in, Swag playing the Skadoodle position. He will have the green meanie. Tarek is very exposed, but he's still going to get the kill. No trade. Oh, spotted. He's out in the open. Can see Swag re-peeking while the cooldown of the gun is there, just to keep a track of what's going on. But now it's 2 players down for Cloud9. No answer back yet. OpTic barely touched in this round. Nothing looking for openings, but it's his face which will be opened by the gun of Nafly. Last 2 players in main, and they have a lot to do to stop OpTic getting their first round on the board. Very slow peek from Stewie, and he's going to get taken down. So death by paper cuts in this round for Cloud9. T-Swag looking for any potential boost position. Someone jumping up the diagonal piece of wood on defaults. That's a reasonable range to no-scope someone at forklift with the AWP, on a side note. I
mean, you were the witness, James. There's, with a simple 1v2, there's no unreasonable range for you to no-scope, but
that's also true.
I feel like Mixwell has been playing so well this tournament after that initial game. Even though he hasn't been top fragging at times, it just feels he has a lot of impact every single game.
He's a very good player.
Oh, Rush cannot reach the gun.
So Cloud9
no one can reach him to throw it to him, so his pawn is ruined.
Cloud9 did a great job of salvaging that 3v5 round anti-eco, but because they lost all of their players and now they lost the first gun round flawlessly, they're forced into a Tech 9 buy, and it seems like they're going for that A smoke execute.
That is a very...
So Mixwell can be in a tough spot here depending on their use of utility, and he does decide to reposition. They're going to play for the retake, and this is the best possible
Smart, right?
option, yeah, against Tech 9s, because they are banking on the fact they're going to get a couple of kills close range. If you play for the retake, you have they have 3 incendiaries and a Molotov left OpTic has, so the retake will be pretty straightforward for them. But we see Rush actually is in quad right now, and he has action coming his way, James.
And he's completely blind. That is a free AK. And now there are going to be issues with this retake because that is a strong weapon. No smokes post-plant, but there's still a fair amount of flashbangs on the T side, all alive as they make it into the site. And again, there's an AK which has been thrown to Shroud, which has been thrown to Stewie 2K. Smokes from the CT side is going to try and eliminate some of these angles. We've got a flank coming in as well, and they continue to drop. And there is Swag making his way into mid, and all of a sudden it's Mixwell versus 5 on versus a Tech 9 buy. All thanks to a flashbang.
Rush. There is no reason to be in the bomb site.
You play that spot, right?
Yeah, I play. I will be on truck as well in the highway. We have this setup against. I'm telling you my strats.
Oh, Taco.
Oh my god.
Can't play
Tournament
cash.
is not over yet.
Dad, please take notes. We have to video cash
Take
tomorrow.
notes. So there's no reason to be on COD with an AK. So
Yeah, the thing is, when you put yourself in the side against a force round, you are actually putting in yourself all the risk of the round. And what happened is he molly door. He thinks he has time because of it, but he doesn't because automatic just run through it. And then the flash, perfect flash comes in, and then they have AK. So that was totally Rush's fault, and a good play by S9.
So you could say his positioning is giving his opponent opportunities to win.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
you can't give this opportunity.
Because with a good execute, even with Tech 9s, it's very easy to get the kills and get into the site. The problem is holding for the retake. That's why a lot of the teams just play it super safe. They wait for the smokes to clear, and the T's won't have utility left.
The
to
same,
fight the
it's like
retake.
the same thing Cloud9 did on the Untitled, going in man and mollying everything. They would do the opposite. They would go smoke coming man, molly fork first, then you're gonna go molly quad, couple kills, and then you trade and defuse. That's it.
Ooh, what a grenade hit him in the chest! That is so bad for Cloud9. It's great for OpTiC though.
Over 100 damage. The damage on, I think, Shroud and Automatic.
That is monstrous, man. Rush might be having a look into main to see what's going on. Where is he? Yeah, Rush has made his way to the locker area, looking to jump someone who heads in that direction. Swag on the high ground, but Mixwell is absolutely ready for that angle.
Great positioning from Mixwell there. Holding only that boost onto the white box.
Those are sound cues as well, those flames. Well, for both teams now, the sound cues. Jason caught up, and he is going to be eliminated. So that's an open B bomb site, Naflight outside. But there's a man advantage for the CTs, and there are 13 seconds to plant this bomb. It's being planted.
They don't have 100 HP between the three of them, James.
They don't. There's some maths mid-round from Yanko. And OpTiC now going to have to make their way through the vent. That's a tight choke point, but Rush can run distraction. In the meantime, coming from T-Spawn. There is automatic completely blind, leaving Shroud with all of 17 HP. He has to go full turret mode, but he won't on this occasion. Another round in the bag for OpTiC. Surviving with 4 players as well. That is marvelous.
Great play individually from OpTiC in this round. Mixwell with that off angle, getting the kill on Swag. And that nade actually did a lot of work for them early on. This is where you feel Jason should have known that he can't go headshot. He should try and move to the right, even though he's going to be in the open. But I mean, it didn't really change much that much in the end. For Cloud9, I think they should realize that what's been working for them is when they go for an execute as a team, they tend to win the round fairly easily. So maybe try something like that in this round instead of splitting up and
Yeah, being honest, Yanko, they won the pistol, the first anti-eco. The second was because Tarek made a mistake B. And then they won a force because Rush did a mistake A. So I think OpTiC is pretty much letting Cloud9 have rounds. I don't think Cloud9 really deserve end of the rounds despite the pistol round for now. Besides now.
Tarek trying to survive around the smokes. Swag could be in a position to trade. Double peek coming in from Cloud9. And there it is. Oh, Mixwell gets taken down by Stewie 2K as well. Very quick 90-degree turn from him. Man advantage for Cloud9. Minute 20 on the clock. Nafly's got to be careful. Doesn't know if anybody's behind the vent, so he can't really go too wide for a peek towards the boost position, and indeed Stewie would be ready to trade if such a situation would arise. OpTiC being very active now, 2 players around the highway, not really sure as to what's going on. Cloud9 vacating mid as OpTiC look to retake it.
OpTic here trying to get some map information, maybe some map control back, trying to figure out where Cloud9 is going to go. They know that with a numbers disadvantage, they are in a bad spot. So now both of the players are going to go back towards the A bomb side.
If I can't get the scope going fast enough, and Rush is in a very awkward position, flying, but not to his doom. Somehow he gets a kill on GTK and survives after being in the air for so long. Oh, that's a bad miss. I couldn't kill him. He goes from 4 to 2. What is that about? Cloud9.
What is this, James?
Cloud9, one man to the good. There's Swag with the crab walk, but he will eat the fish food. Bomb still ticking. Jason's got a kit. 1 versus 1. He's not bad at winning these situations. Nothing there. He's got the AK, and he runs straight into the crosshairs. Cloud9 back to winning ways. OpTic get reset again. They can't string rounds together.
It seems like Sui doesn't only run through smokes, he runs through fire as well.
The same thing that happened on the round Rush was caught off guard on quad. They thought the molly on door would hold in for a little bit more of time, but it didn't. But that one was way better for Cloud9, right? They got into counter, got 2 kills there, fall back, play together as a team, execute properly. Their one was well delivered by Cloud9, played super well.
I mean, this is just how CS works, right? You said it yourself as... Okay, I thought he was going to get more than 1 here. You said that they won a couple of rounds based off of OpTic's mistakes rather than Cloud9 doing something super well, but because of the fact that they won pistol and they've always kept pressure on OpTic's economy, they get a couple of free rounds, quote-unquote, right, against pistols, and they have a way bigger lead than maybe you would expect. Wow, those are a couple of sick flicks from Jordan.
Loads of Molotovs into Cloud9, but none thrown into
What's
the A
happening,
site
James?
there.
What is this, James?
Well, we're
3 HPs, one with 2 James.
We're about to find out, guys. Swag now. Time to clutch it versus the meat shots from Deagle's Mixwell. In fact, Mixwell's Deagle. Even better.
Dixwell.
If you like. I mean, if that works for you. You can call it Dixwell.
I'm out.
Mixwell picks up
Who's
an
gonna
AK.
take it, Taco?
Let me see. I think Mixwell.
Oh, Jesus, Taco.
Mixwell gonna get this.
He plays so safe, even trying to guess something.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Like, they're gonna meet in 1 second. He's like, I have to think about this one, boys. Let me think.
Another eco, James.
Indeed, but Cloud9, like, they bought loads of utility and they didn't really use it going into. They had the smoke down, but there's no Molotovs. Rush was on quads.
How did it go wrong?
What was that?
Yeah, it's insane.
Damn.
You, in the words of Dan, filthy Doyle.
That
But
was
indeed,
nice.
you see, Rush took Shroud down before that. Yeah, just no mollies to flush out those players.
This game's like a roller coaster. Everyone is winning the craziest rounds.
I feel like Taco doesn't like roller coasters.
I like.
You do?
I do.
Damn.
And let's see if Rush do the same mistake. No.
Oh,
he's smart guy.
He's
Smart
smart,
guy.
Taco.
See?
You have to learn fast, right?
They heard. 1 highway, 1 truck. Let's see what happens.
Probably just wrote, let's do the SK setup.
If they lose again, I'm gonna laugh so much. What am I gonna say?
Well, the bomb's down. Swag has got an AK-47, so we'll see if they can do anything. They've still got a smoke, so they can still re-smoke that position around the corner from Car, and that's going to be a huge problem for the CTs in this reset. Look at the position of Swag. That is crazy. The bomb's down, and Tarek's just waiting for it. He knows these players. He knows they're looking for it. And that smoke has disappeared now, so the retake is on. Flashbangs galore, but it's 5 versus 3, make it 2. Shroud and Automatic left. That bomb is still ticking. Automatic's got a HE grenade. Can it be the money grenade, though? No
Jesus,
opportunities.
That was a class.
5 guys alive.
That was the
flawless
last
round.
round. Yes.
Easy backup. Good CS. They learned it.
It was a bit close in terms of time towards the very end, but still you can see obviously the difference between the round where Rush was in quad and he died, and now where you see a patience, you see the patience from Tarek first to wait for that boost spot, then also Mixwell and Rush just holding, because you know, like the T's know that they're at a disadvantage. They know, they feel pressured to try and make a play. You saw that flash in towards CT, even though the player peaked and the CTs were flashed, you still can't get all the kills. There's too many players there, right?
So I think Brax Rex needed to be a little bit more patient on the last 2 rounds. The round he was by the white box as well. He had 2 HP. Rush was there behind the E box with 2 HP as well. And Rush knew that someone was flanking mid. And I think nothing saved his play because nothing won the 1v1. But that would be the second round. Rex was not patient enough on being this lurker guy. And this round, as you say, Tarek was flawless. He knew that the dirty job would be done on A by his teammates, and all he had to do is cover mid, and he did it perfectly.
That was the highest impact kill of the round, because if Tarek dies there, then OpTic has to worry about mid. You know, they're gonna spend more time trying to clear that out, maybe send an extra player towards Z instead of CT. Maybe then the player who gets flashed in gets a kill. You know, the round can get much more chaotic.
That's the fun part about CS. The 2 rounds that was decided by 1 kill. This round by Swag and the round on A because of Rush being on quad.
Dang, he did.
Chaota?
Chaota?
Chaota.
I only know jiu-jitsu words in Portuguese, and also one thing I learned in school, which is the swear word.
What's that word?
With C?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not really a swear.
Well, no, there's 2 words. One of them is that one, and
No,
there's
he
one
doesn't mean
before
caralho.
that.
He doesn't mean caralho.
No,
No, that's the second
caralho?
word. That's the second word, but there's one before that which I learned when I was like 10.
Porra?
You don't know vamos?
Ah!
But chupa is not something. No, it's not bad.
It's like when you have ice cream.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
The ice cream.
That's how it is.
Yes, but he didn't tell you the second part of that sentence.
Yeah, then it's bad. If you put both together,
Yeah,
then it's bad.
It's not ice cream anymore.
No. You can use one and you can use the second, but not both together.
Oh my god.
We see some
Portuguese
early,
lessons with SK.
we see some early aggression here from OpTic. They got control of A main. They smoked it off. And now they're backing off. Are they? It seems like they wanted to boost the player up on the shroud. Yeah, they're going to do that after the smoke. So that's going to force the T's to, you know, really meticulously clear A main if they want to go towards A. And OpTic is just going to play passive after this. So C9 hasn't really been going B this half in gun rounds. That's why OpTic is trying to make the read and have 2 players there. Mixwell with a very, very ballsy
Risky,
angle.
right?
Yeah, if a player picks him from it. Now he adjusts.
The problem is if someone bait from it, right? Then he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he knows that Stewie fired the bullet to try and cover the sound of him dropping down from the boost. So he's looking for a peek. But that could have been a lot more dangerous, but still danger lurks in Stewie. Got the angle for Forklift, not going to work out for him though. Now Mixwell still got the angle for his teammate, but he's been taken down. That's Tarek. Pops from Squeaky Door, where Shroud is standing, and now we've got big problems for OpTic. Mixwell choosing to push. Difficult to hold the angle from the car if somebody's going to be Fork even above that smoke. Makes a play, doesn't work out. This could be a save from the CTs. 2 versus 4.
Maybe the noise was the problem. Falling back was okay, but making all those noise really allowed it to lurk there.
Just concedes the position for Mixwell. So Jason and Nafly there's not really much they can do in this situation other than die. Jason's got 6,500 in the bank, so he may be looking to make life expensive. You see, it's worth him trying to get these picks.
I think you can also say that his rotation was pretty bad, right? Because if you have someone over the top of this box, we call it Shroud, right? I think they call it Shroud.
Yeah.
Highway is the main concern, right, for this player, because he can easily kill someone from Squeaky, can easily kill someone from A-man, but
You
Highway,
should go to the bomb site maybe.
yeah, he should go to the side and hold Highway.
Yeah.
That would make his teammates' life way easier than going to truck.
There is a kill.
I feel like the timing was also a little bit unlucky for OpTic, because Mixwell was rotating. Tarek couldn't really hold Highway from there because he can get shot in the back from door. So they just lost too much control.
Yep, for free, right?
Yeah.
Cloud9 didn't do anything mid. This was based on and only Mixwell rotation.
OpTic was trying to bank on the fact that they threw those smokes deep main, and then the Shroud position would be something that Cloud9 wouldn't expect, but in that case you need to hold middle. You can't give away both middle and main and hope to defend against an split. It's very, very hard.
You can with the right setup, right? With truck now.
Yeah.
Slow start from Cloud9 in this round. Just keeping most of the normal map control.
You see now that they adjust slightly. They have Rush actually in A main aggressively getting information and trying to keep control, but C9 this round finally seems like they're going to go for a B split.
Ooh, Mixwell, I can only assume he moved before shooting because he didn't touch him at all. At least according to everyone having perfect life. 4 players outside B for the T side, and we've got a third moving there for OpTiC. Mixwell now, I think he's on a high ground with the AWP, and UTK is just enjoying mid. He's taking a stroll through the grounds of the middle area, and he is between 2 of these CTs. So far so good for Mixwell, picking players off. He's almost got a crossfire with Jason, but down he goes again. Stride picks off in the meantime. Players falling for both teams, but it's a long rotation. Only 2 CTs here. They'll have to bide their time while that smoke's down in lower CT. Bomb planted for the checkers area. Mixwell trying to punish any repositioning. Ooh, Swags will take a big grenade. He is very low. 2 flashes on the CT side. 2 flashes and 2 riflers. The timing.
That's a save? No.
Still some time. They've all got kits. But I think 1 kill either way will determine. Tarik gets picked off, and that might be a save now because things are getting rough. And indeed, they're backing off despite the return frag. Mixwell's got to be careful. 24 HP. Just holding the angle in case it gets chased, but now it's time to escape the bomb blast.
So here goes a pretty good hint for everyone who's going to play Cloud9. The next match of this tournament, including us. Mostly of the strategies Cloud9 has been using utilize Stewie as being a distraction or lurking somewhere. Like when he played the Inferno, every time it was A, he was doing something B, even entering B. Now they were going B as 4 players, he was playing mid. So it's like a group of 4 players doing something and Stewie gathering information or distracting someone else. It's been working so far, but as soon as team starts to realize that and shut down those things, it could be different. For example, if the A guys left A chasing Stewie mid, there will be a 3v2 in the retake instead of a 3v3.
How would you approach then playing that style? Would you try and get rid of Stewie because he's by himself, or would you focus more on, you know, the rest of the team and just ignore him, have someone kind of wait for him in a passive position or an off angle?
I think one way is shutting down Stewie, because you see that he's in dangerous for a big time during the round. Meanwhile, his teammates are not really doing anything, really entering sites or something. So that's one thing. And the second thing is really leaving him, but knowing he's there, so you can take care of him with the other players. So as I said, if Mixwell rotated to B, then the call could be, okay, let's leave A2, let's get the mid guy, as they realized it would be. So I think this would be good.
What is Strad going to be running with the AK? Okay. He's been declaring his love for the Krieg and AUG, but for now it is the AK-47 all around for the team. No AWP, so we'll see what Swag can do with the AK this round. Rush playing around the smoke. 2 players in main.
Cloud9 feels super comfortable with giving the A man for the beginning of the round. That's like 3rd time in a row or something. That's not a big deal for them.
Okay, so there's a mid take from the T's.
Yeah, you feel like A main feels to an extent like drop on Cobble. You can hold it in the beginning, you can be aggressive and hold it, but eventually you're going to run out of utility, smokes and incendiaries, and
I don't
then the
feel
T's can
comfortable there.
retake it.
When it's like 50 seconds, 45 seconds, I feel, okay, I'm just going to hold it and it's enough. I don't think it's enough, so I don't like too much the idea of playing A main every single time like this.
I really... Ooh, that is quite the risky response, and it's going to cost them a player in return, and now they know that mid is still in control. We've got smoke pushes all over the place now. Nothing trying to get a Stewie game on, but not as on point going through those smokes. And this is getting a bit crazy now. Players getting picked off everywhere. 2 targets for Swag. Can't land anything. And that is another round in the bag for OpTiC.
The main problem for Cloud9 this round is that it had no one squeaky. It would make a big difference. No pressure on squeak at all. So Mixwell was like, okay, I'm going to play like this, but if someone is squeaky, I'm dead. But no one was there, so it paid off.
So when the T's put the short smoke down, the CTs put a short smoke through that smoke, which is what I think Tarik, that's why Tarik creeped through the smoke, because it kind of looks like a suicide play, but I think he tried to give himself a bit more to...
At least he got some information, right?
Yeah, because I did wonder, like, why did they...
It could be a smoke that they were not using the space to go there. So you could see that, okay, it's not here, so it's going to be B. So it's risky, but at least he killed one.
I did wonder why they
should never get that kill. Like he should never get that kill.
Yeah, true. But it's so unexpected. I think he got it.
Yeah. I did wonder why they put the smoke down after the T's had just smoked it. But there we go. 2 players down for the T side already. That's a nice shot through the smoke onto Jason. He's not having a good time on the B bomb site. Man advantage for OpTiC, and Cloud9 is still yet to breach. The bomb's on the floor, and Swag has to rotate to join his teammate. That's going to give the CTs time to do the same. Although I'm not sure if the CTs can see the bomb at the moment. And now it's Swag versus 3. 1 on the low grounds, 1 on the high ground, and 1 outside the B bomb sites. That would tell me that, well, the CT's looking for the flank, but I don't know if there's a player on a headshot, then he will see the bomb from this angle, I reckon.
I think from headshot you can see, but from this position, yes.
You can see how much respect they're giving Swag. They're all playing super passive. They don't want to challenge him head on. Okay, now he's made his position known, so maybe, yeah, you can see the rest of the OpTiC players rotating towards B. But, you know, they don't want to risk it, giving him a chance to have any duels and make this into a more favorable situation.
Yeah, the only way Swag can win this is by CT is doing some mistake. If they just stop playing, they will win it. Sometimes it's good, right?
Yeah.
Remember the Lacro round? All they had to do is stop playing. Everyone. Just
Yeah.
If their internet or their network hub went down, they would win the round.
That's the thing, like, you know, that round happens, and you know the thought process of each of the players who die. You know, 4v1, guy pushes main, he's like, yeah, he's not gonna kill me, you know, he's like low.
And if I die, it's fine.
Then he dies, he's like, oh, he's low HP, I did a lot of damage to him. And then the third guy is like, oh yeah, he's low HP, I'm gonna get him now, I have a UMP, I'm gonna spray him down. Bang! Gets his head blown off. Okay, now it's a 1v2, and our 2 players actually aren't on that side, so they need to rotate in. So, okay, now we don't want to lose the round, we're playing super safe. Then he gets an extra kill on the guy in forklift, and then it's just like, the last guy is like, oh yeah, this is actually happening.
The last one just knows its fate.
There we go, Jason getting some kills in this round, and there's going to be no plant for Cloud9 in the last round or anything else.
Yeah, Cloud9 trying to switch up the pace in that last round by going for what basically is a B rush.
2 rush Bs, right? Yeah, the last 2 rounds were kind of rush Bs.
Yeah, but they were ready for it with their utility. The nades do a lot of damage and also slow them down significantly. So it was, in the end, a pretty straightforward outcome. Yeah, all things considered, you feel like it. Cloud9 won a lot of rounds in the beginning based off of, you know, the way the economy works. They got a couple of resets. OpTiC did manage to readjust and still win the half in the end after being down 5-2. So
Mixwell with 21 kills in that half, and nothing. I mean, he's top fragging for his team, but more than that, he got some really nice shots. In that half.
It's also interesting to know that OpTiC, who's been their best player for maybe the first 4 or 5 months since he joined the team, now that he's the in-game leader, he's only on 4 kills, basically. So it shows you how much he has to adjust, like, you know, abandoning his individual game to an extent to lead the team.
Yanko? Yeah. Have you ever been a game leader, Taco?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
When?
Playing with Code Zero.
In middle school.
You like it?
No.
It's tough.
It's tough, yeah.
I've been the in-game leader and the opera in the same time, so that's why it was pretty insane to me how you could do it at such a like high level, to do both of those, like be the in-game leader and also be like one of the best operas in the world, because both of those things require a lot of your focus at the same time.
Yeah, that's why I need a structured chain. I mean, if I'm trying to organize something that's not organized, how it was last tournaments, first, if you could take some things in consideration, it was very tough for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't know where to put myself every time and all those things. So yeah, it's very tough to be a game leader, and I think it's when I started in 2011, like the first time I was struggling a lot at the beginning too. It's very complicated.
You know when I was a game leader? Games Academy.
Game Academy?
Yeah, I was a game leader.
Nothing. Many heads coming his way. Shroud will save his bacon for the time being. 1 HP. Jesus for Shroud. And he's alone on the B-bomb site. OpTiC in the vents. We spoke about the vents earlier. His feet will show to these T's as well. He's got to be careful. Oh, that's one nice shot. Almost second one. Down to 2-on-2 now, but more headshots being delivered. Jason putting in work. Can he get the bomb down? Can he get the bomb down? Indeed. Both these players trying to clutch now. 2 kills so far. Stewie trying to bait Jason to go one way or the other. They are dancing around missiles. That's Stewie. There you go.
I think Jason didn't even have a cover. So a very, very difficult mission. He needed a headshot straight away.
Pistol rounds, eh? Good old pistol rounds.
Welcome to the clutch. That's a good spray, Taco.
I will get one.
You like to... What can I say in English? Like, when you beat your opponents, you like to show them that you beat them. So maybe you can try this one.
You like to teabag the corpse. You like to like
shoot
knife
the head.
them, shoot the
Yeah, shoot the heads. That's his specialty.
Yeah,
He shoots the heads, yeah.
Too bad you don't clutch that off.
When Taco... oh, that was brutal,
Toxic.
Taco.
I would shoot your body.
Toxic,
Yeah, Taco, if you ever play, you be aware.
Gonna be covered in sprays. And maybe some urine. You know, never pass. Never pass. The water's got some piss in there.
Make it a party.
2 smokes on OpTiC. Will they try to get a bomb plant with mostly pistols? They'll be looking for damage as well. But the second smoke.
Smart Stewie, Taco?
He's much Stewie.
Yeah, he's backing that ass up. Does not want that gun, even if he dies.
Now
to
he's
be
trying to hunt some.
Fragger Stewie? Yeah.
Oh, Rambo Stewie.
Reddit Stewie?
That's why players has
Depends.
has.
It's very tough to understand.
Players have actually. That's why players have good stats. I don't do stats.
yeah. You know something? Taco plays A. Enemies go A, he get a 1 frag, equal. And then he's like, okay guys, don't come after a match and say I don't kill anyone.
How do you feel about what First said when people call him out to be like an eco hunter? He says that...
His excuse is good.
Yeah,
he's good, man.
He's like, no, I just don't trust my teammates. They die to pistols too much.
No, what I say is, someone has to kill them. I will
Yeah,
make sure I do it because you guys will die. yeah, I mean, Fer is insane. He has the best excuse for everything.
Yeah.
There's a player from an Asian team called Didi.
Yeah.
I can't remember which team it is.
Hello.
Yeah, I thought might have been. But he's like, I noticed that he racks up loads of eco frags. Anti-eco frags.
Just calling out a player for no reason to be an eco cobra. Nice, James. He's not even in the tournament, is he?
Well, often on Dust 2, but that's out of the map pool now, so you know. We'll see how he does in the new
Let's
map
see if
pool.
he can adjust and hunt ecos on other maps as well.
He'll make sure he can.
Why not? So, is it Swag? Is he in Squeaky Door? Okay, he's in front of Squeaky Door, which is open.
He likes it a lot.
I wonder if Tarek can hear a scope from that position, but there's no way he can figure
It's hard
out.
to detect, right? Could be quad or
Yeah,
even
exactly.
ABK.
Yeah.
It's interesting for OpTiC to run the slow default style, but not to have a player in Squeaky.
Yeah.
Usually you have a player there for
It's
control.
called missing Taco.
Where?
Door.
Oh yeah.
Well, if Swag has kept scoping while the smoke is done, it might be a clue. It could be a clue. OpTiC, 40 seconds remain.
Cloud9 still has 4 incendiaries. 3 now. Jordan threw his own. And there's only 35 seconds. So they did a great job of saving their utility for the execute that's going to come in. Swag even smokes it off. OpTiC is in a terrible position right now, James. They're going to get shredded.
Indeed, and if one thing goes wrong for them and that bomb gets dropped, then it could all fall apart. So no one covering Swag, that's a mistake.
Yeah.
Ultimatic's blind, but he still gets a kill. The bomb is down in an exposed position. If the CT's push card, then perhaps they can stop it from being collected. But no, there we go. Tarek's going to get it. They've got flashes as well, the T side,
Very
and
good game sense,
double the personnel. Still going for it for now. Nothing in Shroud. On the left side of quad, the shadow will expose the position, but Tarek, they got a nice trade set up with Tarek facing first. Nothing but headshots.
I will save you, okay? First, this was horrible. What OpTiC did was insanely bad. Right, start with. So you as a City player, it's hard to understand what's going to happen. So
Actually,
where are you from? You're from Serbia, right?
Yeah.
It's not any ACS. You don't understand this.
No, actually they used the bad smoke that Swag.
Yeah, that's
threw
true. That's true. That's true. But
They were smart, but it's still in ACS.
man, you didn't do any single thing in the round. 25 seconds, you go out of your main without throwing anything. The first gun round. How can you respect that? That was a good call.
I just don't know why no one was covering main for Swag at least a little bit. He had a player inside. He was inside Squeaky and he just gets shot in the back. He can do a lot of damage for that position.
How can someone go a man and then find him Squeaky, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I guess just an ACS things, as you guys said. Enough money for Cloud9 to rebuy though. AWP on Stewie this time around, but you can see that they have nowhere near the utility they had in the first gun round. 1 minute 20 seconds left. They only have one flash on automatic.
And there
is balls.
There
balls
is a lurker down.
Days.
There is a lurker down. This is falling apart for OpTiC. Swag on top of the red container. There's an APC in there. I had a big argument with Dan as to whether it was a personnel carrier or a tank, but indeed it's not a tank.
Where?
In that red box.
Really?
Yeah. There's tarp on the side of it that faces mid, but if you go through it with a spectator client, you'll see what's inside.
Okay, you need to show us that after the round ends. I'm curious now. 5v2 situation for Cloud9 in a very, very strong position, obviously. Jason did sneak his way out to fork. He did saw Swag, gets that kill, but Shroud gets the trade and nothing cleans up. On rush, so Cloud9 straight back into it, winning the reset round.
Got to go in from the I guess you can do that as well. So that is an armored personnel carrier and not a tank.
Oh, I agree that there's no way that's a tank. I mean, doesn't have the barrel, basically.
I think in CT spawn is a tank, isn't there? No, there's no tank. I'm just seeing tanks everywhere.
Those are just vans.
All I see are tanks. 2-1-2 set up to start with for Cloud9 in round 20 of Cash. Where might this smoke be going?
Let's see where's the... Oh, they're actually boosting up. So they're not playing for the retake. The execute is coming in, though. Let's see if Swag can do a lot from that position.
More players coming out of main, emerging through the smoke, but just the one kill. Ooh, got to be careful, Swag, in case he fell off there. He's blind. Jason gets the kill above his head. But what more can he do with this? He's picked up an M4. He could actually rotate out of the bomb site. He's been spotted now. Nice burst onto nothing. Running out of bullets, and now he's in a 1 versus 2 again. This is very doable for Jason. There's a nice headshot, but Stewie finishes things off with a running USP. Why not?
It was Naf though, right? Not Jason. But it's okay.
Yes, James, it was Naf.
Oh, excuse me.
You can't...
I don't know,
You have one job, James.
I've been playing too much Counter-Strike.
You have one job.
I've been playing too much Counter-Strike.
You had one job. Taco, did you like that setup against Untitled? Boost and then someone toxic?
I think the toxic guy was not a good decision, but the boost is a good decision.
The thing is, the toxic guy is good while the smoke's there. So if it's a very fast push, this setup is good. But if they take too long and then the guy from toxic had to go somewhere else, then you can suddenly end up in a situation where they can win the round.
I just think he didn't have the time to go anywhere else because he just boosted the player. The execute was coming in.
I like Fallen because he's like my teacher. Like, he knows the answer, but he's still asking. Taco, do you
to
like
see if you know.
Yeah.
Taco, I'm just testing
like
you,
the teacher.
Man. But Taco the wise, they say, so I'm just testing. And you know why I think that, you know how I know it? Because of Phelps. Every time Phelps played A, while the smoke was there, he was toxic.
Yeah.
Like, maybe 16 rounds of 15. Like he doesn't train. You know.
James, please take it away.
I was about to, thank you. Thank you very much. Stewie in mid, trying to molly people off the boost, but that molly is going to fail. From that angle, it must be super weird as well. The way the boost is designed. Things can bounce all over the place if you try and throw grenades randomly. OpTiC now gravitating towards the B side. And we've got 2 C9 players playing deep into B. There's a nice pop flash from C9. Again, old Titan. You'd have Existence throw that flash and RPK would pop out from Checkers and slay all the fools. But this is going to be a nasty surprise for Cloud9, charging straight through. Jason ready to trade. Nothing will do the same. There's the bomb down. Someone's going to have to go and get it, but first we'll clear the site. Rotation from all 3 CTs.
The timing again.
Cloud9 moving up the ramp for the high ground. Stewie looking for some more bangs. And we've got T's looking for the flanks. In the meantime, Rush is being naded into oblivion. So it's a 3-on-3, but you can see Cloud9 are very scared of being flanked by these T's. One T on the site. Bomb planted for the vents.
Shoot!
Mixwell not quite ready. Nafly taken down in the meantime. There goes OpTiC as well. Kit onto Stewie. But it's Swag on the site. Or is it Stewie? I think it is Stewie. It was Stewie. He's gone now. Swag has to hunt this kill. He's got no choice. And there it is. But he's got no time. Funny enough, running away. He runs closer to the bomb going to that corner. But he's got full health, so it doesn't matter.
You like the reaction, Janko? As soon as they mollied checkers, they just burst out. I think it was very good. Otherwise, they would be stuck there, I guess.
Yeah, it seems like Shroud was caught in the middle of nowhere. It seems like after that molly, he wanted to reposition, but he didn't expect them to run through it. Same thing that happened to Rush in the first half.
This is the third time that this happened, and this is a thing I have in my head sometimes because of being caught by it sometimes. When I throw the molly, I always expect wait like 1 or 2 seconds to see if someone's coming, because this happens too oftenly.
Yeah. You also feel as a player, sometimes you just feel it if you're on the receiving end, right? You see the nade coming in, and then you know that the player is going to like maybe reposition or maybe pull out another nade, and you just push through it and you catch them off guard.
Right? Yeah. Exactly. Tackle. So take notes, Tackle. Every time you molly, 1 or 2 seconds, please. They can go out.
That's true.
Don't pull out another nade. Don't pull out a flash. Just have your gun
Did you ever
out.
die like that?
Probably yes.
Yeah, I would bet a yes too.
He died to everything.
Come
at
on,
some point.
Janko,
Come
don't
on,
be too
yeah.
hard.
At some point.
Toxic, man.
It's his role, man.
Yeah,
Enter
man.
death.
Enter death.
Enter
Like, that's
death.
my thing.
I like when you go out with a knife in some rounds, just like bunny hop your way out to
open
BFs,
space.
yeah, or for space.
What would this guy not do for his team? Insane, man. Your commitment is insane, Tackle.
Best team player.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Cloud9 on a force buy. The AWP onto Stewie. And the rest with whatever they can find. The decoy promised so much, but in the end, it was a decoy. Swag playing on off angle yet again. I think he's on the steps as well, which will help him avoid getting headshots. Smoke's down, and that is a problem for OpTiC. If they don't flash through this smoke, if they choose to push it, then they could get absolutely ruined. Starting to back off, but there's a flank coming in. So I think OpTimic's just waiting there with CZ actually. He's on the boost. Doesn't need to overextend, just needs to keep an eye on the proceedings. Cloud9 seems to have a good read that OpTiC are heading towards A. Now OpTiC have one flash after that one. Out comes Swag again, just causing problems. I think we've got 2 plays on quad, so second could be a nasty surprise. And now OpTimic's coming in for the flank, close for the CZ, but no kill for him. Still a man advantage for Cloud9. That AWP is still in play, but it's on a long rotation towards Car, and Shroud needs help now. Here's Swag though with the UMP. There he goes. There goes Shroud. Stewie alone versus 2. He's got the angle. There's the bomb down as well. He's going to reposition. If Mixwell plants default and makes his way towards Squeaky, Stewie's got an angle for it. Oh, questions. Questions. Is there a kit on any of these players? Any of these carcasses?
Maybe DCTs. Oh, the corpses.
Does he go for the high grounds? Again, if Stewie stays to the left, Mixwell's shadow would reveal his position.
Ooh! Woo! For one moment, I thought he was deaf.
I thought Stewie landed that shot, but no.
Do you feel that in that situation, Shroud, after getting the first kill, he should just peek wide and die? Because he was like kind of hiding a little bit, and then they just killed Swag, expecting to find Shroud.
Exactly.
And then they knew Shroud was there,
That's
obviously.
what I think Taco would have done 100%. Guys, they know I'm here. I will die again, but make sure to get the next kills. Because the way Shroud played, Rush had 100% sure there was someone quad, and suddenly he kills someone who is not Shroud, and he's there, oh, one more.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Yeah.
Bonus kill. Honest pistols for Cloud9 now in this round. Boosting on default. Ooh, there's a deagle. That's not honest. That's dirty. Giving it to Swag. Now on this anti-eco round, after the initial grenades, we have 2 Molotovs on the T side. So we'll have to pay attention to how they're used. But OpTic seem quite content to bide their time for now. They've got lots of time on the clock. Nafly keeping the B players honest. He's one of the Molotov carriers. He's suggesting a B play, and indeed the bomb is not far behind him. Spotted a player in the behind the box as well, closing in with Tech9. He can pre-fire. He's got all the bullets in the world. But pushing the side while he's on a reload. Maybe not the best idea. Getting the kill regardless.
I like this.
Probably saying like, you should have killed me. I was standing here reloading.
I don't like this. I'm in bad fighting this.
Well, hunting, eco hunting with the AWP.
Definitely.
That always scares me when he AWP's on his own and they risk losing it. Oh, the run boost. Cameo appearance by Nafly. He's in the credits now.
I would be so sad. This doesn't happen too often to be caught like that.
You finally make the run
Make it
boost
happen,
and
right?
then you just
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you approach like a game in this situation where you have a lot of rounds going back and forth in the second half? The score is very close, but neither team seems able until like basically just this round to kind of get a couple of consecutive rounds
Get it going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. Those kind of matches are.
And a bunch of your buys are like not optimal. Someone has
Yeah,
a
exactly.
UMP or not enough nades.
Oh, beautiful. Just for this rain.
Nice.
I mean, that's one of the most tough ways you can end up playing a match, because you really have to win with worse situations, financially speaking. So the thing is, now they have a buy, they don't have that much of a nades. They have some, but you know it's not perfectly. But, you know, you do what you have to do, Yanko. You don't think too much, you just play. Following the wise.
What would Taco do?
Taco?
I press W.
Press W.
No, you don't. Please. If there is one who doesn't press W like this, is you. You make sure to don't be caught off guard. Play safe. You know that if you die, you would be. That's for fur. Helps actually.
We have a full-on execute, and Bo Jordan still has an incendiary. Shroud doesn't.
Got a flank coming through the vents eventually from the CTs. Will it even be needed at this point? I think it will be. Instant trade from Shroud. Nice stuff from him. That leaves Mixwell alone. And Stewie still being careful outside the vent. So
can he do it, James?
I don't think. Well, let's have a look. He is rotating away. I mean, Stewie had an opportunity to kill him, but I think he's looking in mid. They weren't sure where the last player was. Now the bomb's being collected. Cloud9 may feel out of position. So what do? Do they go one person on one site and two on the other? Do they go 1-1-1? Do they go 0-0-3?
Is he hiding, James? No. He's going for it.
Yeah, if he goes main, he's going to be heard by Stewie. Stewie's going to hear him.
No.
He's going to hear him.
He's not going to hear him from roof. No way.
I would have heard him. I would have heard him.
I don't think so.
I would have heard him. I have good headphones.
Alright, it's doable now. I'm starting to believe.
Is he going to run to car with his knife? Oh no! That's a bad mistake.
What?
Hashtag awkward. Oh dear.
What? I guess because he didn't get shot from car when he was coming out main, he thought no one's there, but still kind of weird to run out with your knife.
What would you do, Yanko? 1v3, you plant the bomb, you know A's clear, but they're coming. You know they're coming. What's the solution?
I wouldn't go, if I have an op, I wouldn't go towards car, because that's a headshot angle. It's very tough to hit with the AWP.
Maybe.
I would probably just...
I can see his idea though. If he makes it to car, then theoretically his AWP is a laser across the entire site.
But the only way to get it to car is the cities being very bad.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Like, one thing is not to hold A, but another thing is to not even be close to A.
Exactly,
you know?
yeah.
So
this was impossible.
I think forklift is a position that you can strafe and.
I think he could do anything he wanted to get the first kill. Then the 2v1 is a whole different history. But to get the first kill was very important to win this clutch. Maybe stay on site until he can pick someone on the wall, come into side, or maybe even pick highway, like from nowhere, trying to get someone with the heads on toxic or something like that. Yeah. And then it's a different history. But that was a risky play. If they were not trucked, it would be good. But this situation would never happen on an official match, I guess.
I think the problem for OpTiC started way before. It looked like a great round from them. Both players inside the site. You go for a full B execute, you can molly them out and everything. But I don't think their execute was...
I think nothing played super well.
Yeah, I don't think it was a good execute because nothing was in the middle of the site.
That's the risk
in the middle of the open, and he wasn't flashed.
Look at that kill! That's glorious!
There should have been a better flash.
I love that kill
that
so much.
Yeah.
That kill it's like impossible to have a smoke cover that corner. Normally you'll see T stand on the lockers to look into quad from that position. Often find AWPers as well, like Kenyes will be looking through that, but not often you see it from the light above Squeaky. That is quite the counter.
That's good.
40 seconds left. OpTiC now showing some presence towards B and moving towards the A site. Nafly going for some 1Ds in mid, but nothing doing there. 2 CTs deep in the A site. 2 Molotovs on OpTiC. The smoke grenades will give the CTs a slight second to reposition. There's a nice shot onto Rush. There's the bomb. Jason's fallen as well. Automatic can't find a headshot around the forklift. Now we've got Shroud moving towards car, and nothing's going to make his way towards highway. No grenades on the OpTiC side. Just going to be wielding the AKs. Oh, Nafly first to go down. No trade from Tariq. Oh, he's playing the information game.
Tariq, what a round, Tariq. What a round, man.
Taco was not happy by that round.
Yeah,
by the play from C9.
Yeah, automatically played that horrible. Like, push a forklift, and forklift is a safe position that every T, when he's not in a advantage, he will be forklift to kill this guy running.
Yeah, the thing is, if he went there a little bit earlier, he could help secure the round, but as it was a 3v2, he had to be a little more safer. He gave away the round, and Tariq played it awesome.
His timing was off for the play that he wanted to make, basically.
Was there a period of time where when you were on CT of Cash, you would boost a player onto the roof to go towards vents instead of running in mid?
I saw a couple teams doing that. I think it's used on Ecos mostly. And I saw some French teams doing the pass like in gun rounds as well, because if they just like to wide open mid, you can get some easy kills like on boost, but it's not oftenly done, right? I don't see it too often.
No, not anymore, but I used to see some teams doing it, but I couldn't remember who. Especially with like, I've noticed Draken on the T side, his bunny hops are so consistent to get a really fast peek into mid, that even if you're on the side of that, instead of crossing towards boost, there's a fair chance he's going to shoot you in the chest. So look forward to seeing more of him in future. But for now, it's OpTiC versus Cloud9. OpTic looking to extend their lead in the dying rounds of Game 1 in this best-of-3 series.
Yeah, it's 14-12 for OpTic.
The thing is, here, if you're Cloud9, they haven't been going for some crazy aggressive moves, you feel like, early on. So that's something that is definitely an option for them. But on the other hand, it's so late into the game that OpTic might be expecting something like that themselves. Considering the buy from C9, I still believe they need to go for some sort of aggression. Maybe double pick the player towards B, which is Naf. You know, if they can have a good tell that he's there often by himself, that's maybe where you can get an early advantage. But it seems like OpTic is going to play into their hands by an aggressive push towards mid. Automatic gets 1 kill and heavily tags Jason. So a 4v4 situation, but the health advantage in favor of C9.
Cloud9 have given up on the middle area for now. Man down on both sides. Stewie moving into a kind of around the car, between car and connector. Maybe we'll move around depending on what's going on. OpTic again focusing on the A site. They need to clear main. Bomb going in main. Just rush towards Squeaky at the moment. You can see I don't think anyone is looking highway at the moment based on Stewie's positioning. So there we go. Instant smoke from Swag. Don't think it quite gives him angles to escape the quad position, but Stewie will use this time to get onto the site. How much rotation is there? Still, we have nothing moving away towards B, not even mid, so they're really not sure what's going on. It's going to be a long rotation for Cloud9 once this push starts to come from OpTic, but when will it come? Still just waiting. Here we go. Making their way into forklift. Swag trying to be as tricky as possible. Disappeared from the quad area. Stewie going down immediately. Swag with it all to do now, but it's just too much. 4 versus 2. OpTic looking to move towards game point. Shroud, his options have maybe been taken away for this round.
Very well played by OpTic, right? Very patient. They know that when they smoke it, It was a very different situation than they expect when they were hitting the site, so they decided to wait a little bit. You like it, Taco?
I like it. It was really smart. This is a thing that we do actually. It's like a true time execution.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. Don't take notes.
Keep going, keep going. What do you do? Like execution, like faking the first execution, then going?
I smoke the...
To bait.
No. I smoke the Bialy thing and BK spot, you know? Between the bomb
Oh,
site
no,
and...
please, Taco. This is too much.
This is too much?
This is too much.
Okay.
Now they know it. Jesus Christ. I spent 15 years discovering all those things. And then you just... Well, what he's saying is sometimes we smoke the right side of the site, and then we calculate how many time we have left for the smoke to go out, so we can use the right end of the smoke to enter the site.
No,
yeah,
we
we're never
don't do
using it
this.
anymore,
No,
Taco. Thank you.
we don't do this.
That's some next level stuff. But how do you guys feel about this second half? Do you feel that C9 is playing too passive, and that's giving OpTiC a lot of room to work with?
Yeah, I think...
It's replay.
Is that a replay? Oh, from the first one, right? I think the round Swag was on door and he got off guard by the guys on A-man. Remember the round when someone went out?
Yeah.
I think this made them lost so much confidence. This round was breaking point for the NCT because at the beginning they were like chasing kills, being aggressive. Oh, what's up, bitch?
Stewie forced to push towards the smoke, and that's gonna. Oh my God! Stewie, serious? What is that? 180? That is this. Oh, the grenades! Oh my God! That is some. I don't even know what that is. He just had tentacles everywhere. There were tentacles.
That's just
that was
Stewie
insane.
things.
Oh my God! Stewie went full tentacle mode.
That was ridiculous.
That was no joke.
Jesus.
That was beautiful. That could very much be the turning point of this game. From what would be GG to a comeback. Let's see.
So many little things going on.
Damn.
Yes, man.
$1,200.
That was
do
so. That was so awesome.
That's why we love this game,
That was
James.
so awesome. Yeah. That
I
was
would pause if I was OpTiC.
Yeah. We haven't seen... Did we see a single timeout in this game? I don't think so.
Just one. Cloud9 did.
Yeah.
Can we see the money very briefly? So yeah, this is a big round because only Rush has money to buy if OpTiC are to lose this round. So they've got to be careful. OpTiC had a lot of people around the boost position, but for now it's only Mixwell. They can send some players up there
Taco,
later.
I have a history for you. Remember the game we were trying to beat VP 15-13 for us on cash and we lost on overtime? Exactly the same situation. Code Zero lost the 1v1, 15-13, 15-15.
It was in the major, right?
Yeah, 19-15 VP. But I think we won after the series.
Ah, yeah, we won.
Remember?
I remember.
You remember any history? I'm trying to put you in. Oh! What's happening, James?
Continuation spray from Automatic towards the boost. He knows someone's above him, but there was no peek. It'll be quite a deep peek for Mixwell and a dangerous one. Oh, he's going for some alley-oop business. The funny thing is no one uses the ridge around the boost position. There's a ridge, so it would bounce immediately below and really fast, but no one uses that. Apart from me, of course. I'm ahead of my time. 35 seconds left for OpTiC to do something. They're a man down. They don't really have any significant map control. The bomb's rotating away from B, and they're putting somebody in Squeaky now. And there are two players here for Cloud9, including Stewie on the high ground. Mixwell opening the door. That might be a giveaway, and surely this is doomed for OpTiC. Surely. 3 players remain now. Stewie with the off angle. There goes the bomb. There goes Tarek. Naflight trying to trade, but there will be no trade. And it's Mixwell in a position where he might want to save his AWP. He's got 10 seconds to do it, though, versus 5 players. Does not look likely. They might wait for that time to run out. They could even set up a flashbang through the door.
I agree with Taco. I think they definitely should have taken a timeout because that's just a tilting play. How they lost the previous round to Stewie just pushing main, and now Mixwell is on $50.
I will tell you something, James. This is done. That's a comeback if I ever
Now
seen
the
it.
pause.
If I have ever seen it, this is a comeback, James.
This is a comeback.
I remember. You
remember, right? Yeah, you feel it now, right?
I remember one time.
I think we paused it on 15-14 as well.
No, I remember one time.
Well, let's hope.
We were playing against FaZe Major, E-League Major, and then it was 15-14 to FaZe, and it was me against Kerrigan. I was with 2 NHP, I got 1 AWP, because you know it's better to just one shot.
Bogdan Law.
Yeah.
Yep, and then I was waiting. My heart was and I killed him. And then after this round, overtime of course, I said, guys, please pause, and Fallen, no, no pause, we're gonna win this now, they are joker, and guys, my hand's shaking.
I need a pause.
I need a pause.
That's what he meant.
Please. But they didn't
True
pause.
history.
I've been there.
And
I didn't
we won
pause.
the game actually.
Taco holding apartments after this round.
Shaking.
And locking.
Holding both sides at the same
Yeah.
time, you know.
Good history, Taco.
Thank
You
you.
impressed me.
Okay, it's Cloud9's round to mess up at this point. Rush with an AK, everybody else with Tech9's. Apart from
Full on B
Mixwell.
execute. Yet again, this did not work for them. Shroud and Nothing did a great job of holding it, but what's going to happen now, James?
Well, everyone's going to die who has a yellow name, apart from Nafly, who's done a good job getting that kill, but he's got no weapon to pick up. He needs a close quarters engagement. Stewie's on the flank. Maybe if he checks behind him at the right time, he could do something and maybe pick up a weapon. But here comes... Oh, that's awkward! He's put out a grenade! Oh, my God. Still alive for now, Nafly, but the game is up. The CTs can just reposition better and better. Life is tough if you're Nafly. I was trying to get him on the couch earlier, but he wasn't having any of it. He does, though, have a really nice keyboard. He's got a Philco keyboard. 2 flashbangs on Nafly.
Is it doable?
Oh! He had the close quarters with the Tech9, but he didn't have the kill.
I told you, James, if I have ever seen a comeback situation, that was one.
And indeed, they have come back to overtime. 3 rounds, each half, $10,000.
That round from Stewie was demoralizing. If that's a word in English.
Yeah, demoralizing.
right?
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was insane.
That's why they would pause.
Insane.
They have to
Demoralizing.
pause actually.
It's a round that hype your team up.
Mm-hmm.
That gives you confidence for the next move. It's like Code you guys have seen this before. It's like Code Zero, AWP, Mirage,
Yeah.
jumping shots.
It's liquid, yeah.
I already told his history here in the stream. I said Code Zero said after the shot. You guys have no idea what I did, but I know I did it, right? Something like that, right?
Yeah, he said.
Yeah. And then we knew we would come back.
In an overtime, when it's the first round of overtime and you go double ops, are you at all nervous at the risk of going double ops? Because if you get wiped out in that round, then
Why would you be in panic if you have UMPs later? Why panic?
it's fine, guys. It's fine.
But I really don't like
As
that
long as we've got
whole-
$1,200.
I really don't
Let's
like...
check that. UMP. Why would you panic? 15-12. I have UMP. Here I go. First one. Second one. What's up, pitch? Turns up. Oh, third bar. Oh, here comes the nade. 1 second. All right. Boom. Check it, James. See? That's why you don't panic.
I'm not the only one who's going to lose my job, James. You're going to lose yours as well.
It'd be worth it to listen
No
to
more,
this.
no more James and DDK. You're going to have Fallen and Taco.
That's fine. I'll just go in the sea and be eaten by sharks.
You're just going to play instead. Play some
Yeah,
matchmaking.
I'll play. That's fine.
Yeah, but
We can swap roles.
I don't know. I really didn't like that call in the last round from OpTiC, just going for that same set execute towards B, because that already got shut down twice. You know, why are you going like for 3rd times the charm or something? I feel like in a situation like that, you should have something, either a 2-wave execute, where with the first wave you would kind of bait out their utility, the incendiaries that they throw, and then go in, or even do a fake, because you could see how quickly Cloud9 rotates in that situation. They know that you're going to be on a pistol round buy. They also killed Mixwell after time, so they know that he's going to be out of money. You know, you have to try and go for the ballsy play. This is like the safe call. Yeah, we have this execute. Let's go for that. It makes sense. We have Tech9s. We can like run and gun and everything, but it's just not working against how Nothing and Shroud played at B bomb site.
Yeah, I think the execution they tried on B wasn't really on point. And that's the problem. When you go B too fast, the CTs didn't have time to use their smokes yet. So they can't play against the mollies you're going to throw inside. So that's why sometimes, if you're a smart team, you can fake the first execution. They use their smokes, and then you re-execute after. That would be a very smart... Take notes, Taco. Maybe we can do this.
No.
No? Yeah, but there are players who always do that. For example, RPK from Envious. You know that if you molly side, he's going to do it. So if you know that this is something he is on his skill set as a behold player on cash, that's a strat to come with. All right, I'll stop saying. all right. Sorry, Taco.
But to
I
be
will create
honest,
another one.
that's something that not many teams do that. They don't go for a 2-wave execute very often. I saw FaZe do it at times, and I've only seen it from them on Mirage. Maybe VP does it every now and then. Maybe you guys as well here and then. But it's not a recurring thing. You don't see a team do it again and again, right?
It's because on cache, even if you want to do it, like in Mirage, is so much easier. You can fake A, then you just wait. They have no information, and then you do A again. So, but on cache, the problem is when you try to do it, what are you gonna do meanwhile? You do the second part, and then you can maybe you lost A control, maybe you lost A main control. Maybe they are so close to me that they can hear you falling back or not. So it's very difficult to set it up. But how Cloud9 was playing, it was perfect doable, in my opinion.
Do you guys favor a team going into this? Because it's always interesting at the beginning of overtime, you don't change sides. So whoever had momentum on the comeback, you kind of favor them to take a lead, you know,
agree,
and be in a better spot.
I think the first round will be very decisive. I think if Cloud9 gets it, they're gonna take it off. But I think if OpTiC find a way to find the first round and get their confidence back, they might do it. So I think the first round is very important. Whoever wins the first round is gonna win the overtime. Oh, that's risky, right?
That's risky.
I guess.
OpTic have a better.
You have to go all in.
You have to go all in. OpTic have a better spread of kills on their side. Obviously, you know, after like one CT half, depending on where you play, you're not going to have as many opportunities. Like if you're playing B alone or something, you know. Or
of course, it's not spread out. Eco A, he hunts everything. How you want to be spread?
Yeah, Stewie's up there. That's a very good point. Yeah, that's a very good point. So we will see. Okay, these times.
How do you feel when you go into an overtime? Do you look at what worked for you in regulation? You think about what they've been doing on their side, and you think, okay, let's try and counter that? Or do you come into overtime thinking, okay, let's scrap everything we did. We need to try something completely new to surprise them?
Way. Yeah, I think your question already has the answer. You can really go for what was working, but you can really try something very unusual. For example, I didn't see any single team going out squeaky very fast. They can just go 3 guys there, just like Gambit did with us 2 times in a row. They can just smoke B, smoke mid, and suddenly some guys popping up off door. Or maybe they can just do the 2 more things we said at B, knowing they're going to use their smoke. So, I mean, you kind of have a good idea on how they play the game, so you can try to unstrat that, or you can just try to make a surprise strat.
Do you buy helmets in overtime on the first round?
No.
No.
We have 2 helmets.
We buy the ops, but not the helmet.
So we've got 2 helmets on Cloud9, so it seems
What
a
you
difference
guys
of
do
opinion.
is you win first round, lose second as CT, and then in the third round you go triple op. Because that always works. Like, get as many ops
if we have
as
money,
we can.
yeah.
Okay, so we have a default from OpTic. Jason with a passive angle on Squeaky. And Nafly got the names the right way around this time. Outside the B bomb site. So there's a grenade going towards the white box, and you can see that would land at the back of your head if you were standing on that position. Mixwell lining up a smoke for Z connector. And there it goes. So looking for initial map control, we see, I think it's automatic is under the boost position. And he has support from Stewie as well, so things could get hairy for OpTic should they choose to push.
I think that molly they sent kind of gives OpTic an idea that someone's going to be close. It should at least. Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Automatic will be forced from his position, or will he? Goes for a late push. And it's 2 kills for the CTs despite the Molotov and short and the Molotov under the boost position. They had the idea of what Cloud9 were doing, and they still come off worse for wear. 28 seconds now. Still Nafly looking towards B. Bomb's going to join them. Going to abandon the middle area, it seems. So no split through the vent. 19 seconds. There's only 1 CT. And Shroud, he's changed his position from normal time. That 1 molly goes down. And it's a HG rather than a flashbang coming through. Shroud doesn't win his duel. Nothing goes down as well. We've got Street pushing the high ground. 4 seconds, they can't win the round. Just stay alive and you win, Cloud9.
Great shot. But no time, James.
No time.
Did Stewie get the kill on the bomb carrier?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like, you know, even though he was very, very low HP, he realized what was the game, the round-winning move. At that point, he just basically, you know, he's like willing to throw his life away. If he gets that kill, then it's worth it. And you see, that's what won them the round. They were out of time.
I think the automatic kill on mid was pretty much decisive because they knew he was there. when he was able to get out of the smoke and kill one. I don't know how those guys do it. I can't do it, but they're able to get out of the smoke and kill people. It doesn't work too often for me. I normally shoot people in smoke. It's easier.
Through a box.
Through a box. Preferably.
Preferably. Why not?
Does this word exist, James? Yes, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It's just funny. Preferably, I shoot people through a box and a smoke. OpTiC holding things down once again, but Rush will trade this time.
I think it's insane how many times towards the end of this game and in overtime, OpTiC got a kill in mid when he was the only player there, and OpTic was sending at least 3 players.
I lost a game for him like that. Not only a round, yeah. It made us go over our cash. Almost a lot of things, like 3 strats or a lot of things because of it.
But was not just 1 kill, was 3.
Yeah,
Or true.
those were bad. Last week.
Got to be careful with that Tracer fire. Stewie finally emerging through mid, but he gets taken down immediately. Nothing. Not sure if he was going to try and emerge through the smoke, but now it's Swag alone very briefly, and now will join his team in the afterlife, 16-16.
This is OpTic basically making the same call, just saying, okay, let's do it faster this time around, so we don't actually run out of time. And you can see the difference when C9 doesn't have both players inside of the site, when there's only Shroud there, isn't nearly as strong of a hold when he has nothing playing with him. So maybe C9, after they lose OpTiC on mid, shouldn't rotate nothing towards Z. They should just leave him inside B.
3 UMPs. As I told you, James, you have nothing to worry on the 3rd round of overtime.
3 UMPs, just $1,200.
Oh, they try to say this coming. 3 door, right? Yeah. They're gonna fake B and then they're gonna go out door. Let's see. It should be a surprise right now. No one tried it before during this game. Besides being very common, it could get people off guard.
So here's the execute into the B bomb site. Nothing playing very close, looking to re-smoke the entrance, and the vent has been shot. Will that be enough for the CT side? Got to push through. Nothing kills one. That might keep people entertained on the CT side towards B, but OpTiC slowly
it's over,
moving
James.
away.
GG. Smoke door. Last time.
This is a good call from OpTic, though. They have the presence of mind to say, okay, what we wanted to do initially failed. The fake didn't work, but we still have a minute. We don't need to run through that smoke. We can just readjust, try to get a pick, even out the odds, or just let's group up together and go towards
I don't
B.
think we don't want this. We can't. They can't go out of the smoke.
Exactly.
Again, Shroud. Lot being asked of him on the B bomb site. He'll get the 1 kill with the UMP at the very least. That is 1 UMP left onto nothing. Again, the rotation is finally coming in for Cloud9. Nothing trying to reposition, stay alive as long as possible. That's the bomb down on the site as well. 20 seconds left, and it's Tarek versus 3. He has no idea the positioning of these players. That smoke's not going to help. Getting sprayed through. The Tracer file make life worse indeed. It's Cloud9 to take a lead into the second half.
I think the B fake was done very poorly to start with, and I think the times were very off. As soon as they send the nades, that's the moment you open the door. You don't wait then to kill someone or to go up vents. If you check again or if you remember, you saw that the smoke came after 10 seconds at door. So they had at least 6 to 8 seconds to open the door and try to get the kills A.
But why not wait for them to try and to at least push the bomb site or get a kill?
They don't
because
need to.
why would the CTs move only because of the nades?
They will not, but they will be communicating. B, it looks like a B push. B, I'm blind. That's enough. Just open the door, kill them. You don't wait to kill.
So you're trying to...
You can't rely on someone getting the entry kill for you to go out there. It's the timing. It's not the kill. And as you saw, they are pretty good at securing the B push. So they did again.
I think OpTic was a bit too greedy because they wanted to do a B fake, but without committing any of the players to the push. They're like, we're going to throw the nades, and then if someone is checkers, we're going to try and kill him, but we want to boost up Wentz and then have more presence towards A for the retake. It's just like a bit too difficult, basically, to do both.
And the thing is, the way Shroud and Nothing plays over B, like against those executions, is like they play close to the entrance, so they know nothing's happening. So they smoke all the areas. All they could do is maybe pop flash and then go through the smoke. But what would happen is Nothing would be at blind and then enter the smoke. So in the end, you wouldn't find the kill. So that's why I think they did it poorly.
Okay, the game will soon be starting again. OpTic on the back foot now. And in terms of the doing a fake like that, where you know, you can use the opportunity to capitalize on confusion on the comms. I think it's going to be even more difficult if OpTiC were subject to that, because they have a new in-game leader. So it's going to be hard to try and figure out what's going on, communicate to your team, and listen to what two different people are saying. Effectively, that B is being pushed, A is being pushed.
Yeah,
trying to make the right
it's
decision.
easier to commentate and have a better impression from outside, because we're seeing everything. We're calm, we're not thinking about the game, not thinking about shooting anyone. So it's a way easier to analyze. But they're doing good so far. I think this is pretty open. Both teams can win this so far.
Every single player of Cloud9 has the same equipment, so they have the same amount of money left, 5,200.
Yeah.
Everyone has a smoke, 2 flashes, and a Molotov.
And OpTiC have double AWPs. They have got what I call the all-in play on the first round of overtime because of the financial cost. But again, if they lose the round, they're against game point, so it doesn't matter so much. Wall of smoke's coming in from Cloud9, and Jason's going to back up. He's blind as well. He needs to get off that roof. Does he realize? No, he's still up there, and he's going to get the kill regardless. A slow push from Cloud9. There was an opportunity, but it's an opportunity lost. And again, he's got to be careful because Swag will see Jason's legs before Jason sees anything if he goes to the edge of a broken vent. You can see he's staying slightly back. Late Molotovs coming in. Yeah, we've got 2 Molotovs this time, both back areas. Tarek misses the first shot. Now Nafly, with great timing, takes Strad down while he's got a grenade in his hand, but there are more Ts there. Tarek taken down in the meantime. Nafly looking for a flank, but there's none. He'll get taken down from the front. 2-on-2, and now it's Mixwell alone once again. Do they know where he is? Swag taken down. He sees the trajectory of the grenades. He knows where nothing is, but again, the bomb is not planted for him. Oh, nothing is just facing, gets taken down for absolutely free.
That's the same strategy he used to clutch against Naf when he was at Squeaky. He was just waiting for him to pick, but this time it was an Alper. I don't think it was a smart decision. He could easily outplay him by just getting the info if it was defusing or not.
Yeah, I mean, it looks silly when Mixwell moves like that, but I think Jordan was banking on the fact that Mixwell is gonna run towards the bomb to tap the defuse, tap the defuse first, and then he was hoping to kill him in the back. But yeah, the risk didn't really pay off, and Mixwell salvages that round for OpTiC Gaming when it really looks like C9 is going to take it. You can see how the op is very powerful on B when you play it from that white box, triple box position, but you can't miss a shot. Like, you can't miss the first shot especially, because that allowed the player to get into headshot. Tarek was forced out in the open with the AWP, and he just died. And
yeah, it was amazing play by Mixwell. Amazing play. Very difficult to set up.
Game is paused at present. Game is now unpaused. There we go. Look at that. Double ops continue for OpTiC, and it's 5 AKs for Cloud9 once again. See them just getting...
Very tense game, James.
It is 17-17
17.
indeed. It's going to be a tough one to watch for OpTiC and Cloud9 fans at home, or wherever they may be. Esports continues to spread. It's got the boost, just in case any CTs try to push through the smoke. They have full vision up there, as opposed to the low grounds. Cloud9 checking squeaky area for any pushes. And the rush has made his way into the lockers once again. And it seems they're going to have a bait set up for the time being, with Mixwell holding an angle of the AWP. That's a lot of investment on A. Looks like Nafly is keeping an eye on the highway to mid. And then OpTiC will have 2 players on the B bomb sites. So there's a take from Cloud9. 1 minute on the clock. Bomb still in T warehouse. Not really clear where they might be going. No more lurkers towards B or towards Squeaky Door.
That's the same setup the cities are using when I say that Cloud9 needed someone on Squeaky. Let's see if this time they're going to have one.
Seems they've rotated Mixwell perhaps to look at highway with the AWP, and then send Nafly to help rush out, then also deal with Squeaky should it be required. We also have Jason making his way to Z Connector. You won't see Stewie from that position though. But again, it's guesswork for OpTiC.
26 seconds.
And still no possession of main for the T's. Shroud could break the setup there. The one kill. Mixwell, though, snaps around to trade, but look at the frags flying in for Cloud9. OpTiC have been destroyed on the A bomb sites. Jason around the car. Takes one away. Again, Tarek's still looking. You can look at quad from there if somebody peeks, but who's going to peek first for the T side? Nice shoulder peek there. That will force players out of main a bit more. Jason forcing the issue. Looking for trade frag as the pre-fire, but automatic still good for it. And Tarek's gone way too deep to save at that point, and it's game point Cloud9.
This round was very similar to the first gun round when we changed halves. When Brax died for someone, we went out aim to Squeaky. So this time, Shroud went outdoor to kill him, man. Man, CS is crazy.
Yeah, it seems they had a good idea of what their opponent was doing. That is brutal for OpTiC. But they're still in it. The FAMASs have come out. They've got French guns. Tarek with the 5-7, just the one UMP onto Jason. So OpTiC have preferred the FAMAS to the UMP. We'll see if it pays off for them. Limited grenades, and that might mean a slow round from Cloud9. They may look for a push. Again, they've gone for a default, but nothing has been taken down by a Mixwell creeping around the corner of a smoke. That is an early frag that OpTiC needed.
Barn frag.
Cloud9 looking to exploit the A site once again. Here we go. Frags, Molotovs to forklift to quads. Counter flashes will slow down the push of Cloud9. That gives the CTs a bit more time to rotate, but Rushi can't get the kill. Nafly on the site, continuation spray, two-man spray down for him, and now he's a problem. But again, oh, automatically, he can't even move to the left. He's got no cover.
Second OT, James.
1 HP.
Second OT, indeed. Nafly, 1 HP, Jesus.
That's all you need.
That was really awkward for automatic.
And the FAMAS was worth it.
Yeah, it seems it was. Yeah, thumbs up for French guns.
The thing is, I didn't pay too much attention, but how he was squad after Turkey they mollied it. Maybe it was a bad molly because I saw automatic mollying it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they mollied NBK
After flash or something.
I think he just got the timing after the molly cleared to get back there. I think he flashed and went into quad.
Production. A replay would be appreciated there.
The counter flash
just
before the
replay
T's.
anything.
The counter flash before the T's moved out of main bought some extra time for the CT, so it might have been during that time that they repositioned. 1 HP. Great two-man spray down by Nafly.
Can I call production like that? Production.
You can do whatever you want, man.
Production. Please.
You can ask for anything. You can ask for anything you want.
I'm kidding.
18 to 18. Stewie on 37 kills at the moment. Mixwell not too far behind with 32. Cash continues between these two sides. So it's going to be OpTiC now on the CT side in overtime number 2. Do things get crazy when you play multiple overtimes? Because I find that all the things you saw during the normal part of the game kind of go out the window, and you just see completely different stuff when it goes to like 2-3 overtimes.
Do you like playing a lot of overtimes, Taco?
No, I don't. Actually, I don't care. If you're a player, you have to be used to it. But it's not a good thing. I prefer when it ends at least 16, 14. It's fine. But overtime it's.
Well,
so
you don't care because you just have Fallen telling you what to do. Like
Yeah.
he probably hates it because he has to think like, I called everything I possibly could call. That's like triple
That's one
overtime. What else can I call now? What am I? What is my team supposed to do?
Yeah,
What
but
are they
there's
doing?
another
And Taco's
history.
just sitting there with his cap on.
You
It's
just bring another history for Taco. Taco will help you.
Cloud9?
Major.
No?
No. Major, Navi, First Swing, Columbus, Mirage, 15-15, T-side. What happened?
It was with Zeus and Cold actually. Falling
I was
said
already yes.
15 overtime and Falling said, guys.
I had no
I
idea.
have no idea. And Zeus, our coach, former coach. He said,
Zeus and Cole had
"Guys,
similar ideas that
Yeah.
we could like go catwalk as T undetected. So like throw stuff A and then use catwalk. Like crazy thing, but just going out mid to catwalk and then catch the guy or like catch Edward, like trying to be mid. That's why we won 1 or 2 rounds. And it was actually good because that's the first time I actually played without being the game leader, so I found kills. I was like, hey, oh, this is great, guys. Keep doing it. I went A ramp, killed one. I went B, killed another. I was like, keep doing it. It's working. Yeah.
Keep calling.
But actually, Cloud9 in Brazil, yes, Pro League in Brazil, overtime as well, overpass, and you got the solution.
I got the I got the solution.
You remember?
Yeah, what happened in overpass in Brazil, they had a very solid B defense. Every single attempt we did, we lost badly. Then I told Taco, you know what we're going to do? You just wait, monster. We're going to do a fake A, like right in the end of the round, and then we will go B. Because they are so secure that they have B for themselves. They're not going there. That is going to be clear after 25 rounds, 26 of round. You have it. So we're going to fake A first, going to go A alone, and we're going to fall back connector as soon as possible to plant them on B. And actually, Taco was getting all the kills B after that because he knew that going monster on 25 seconds or 20 seconds, the big guys were so secure that they had it that it's not B anymore. So he went out to B. He actually is a strat for us right now because of it.
It's not.
All around Taco.
No, he just uses this.
Yeah, but not often. No, just when this is happening, for example.
Just for overtime.
When you're on a CT side and you're on a map like Overpass, where it's really tough to necessarily like push monster or something, and you're essentially like holding an angle for a really long time. Let's say the T side are like running the clock down and they make a play with 20 seconds left, 25 seconds left. Is it hard to be as sharp at the end of the round as it is at the beginning of the round? Because you're just sitting there staring at the same thing.
Like being waiting for too long could make you maybe... Yeah, the thing is, you have to really focus your concentration that next sec could be the play. So that's something that we really struggle at the beginning, doing our T-holds. Let's suppose you cobblestone, you got A long for yourself, and then that's one important piece of a player. Like, you could win a round by your hold. So more important than the strat, what is important about the talk, it's you making sure that if someone are being aggressive, you can kill him. Because some rounds are decided by that, by the fact that you are paying enough attention to your aim.
Overtime 2, double ops again for OpTiC. 3 players on the A site for OpTiC. This time we're going to play around the smokes, but there is a lurker outside Squeaky. So once that smoke disappears, they may hear the player fall down. Tarek with a forward position. Not often you see an AWPer behind this box on B. I do wonder if Tarek's going to have the itch and he'll start moving forward to get a pick. Try and take a lurker in isolation. And in fact, with Tarek so far forward, they're going to leave him on his own. Jason's starting to rotate, find out what's going on in the middle area perhaps. He could have Rush throw a flash for him up highway. But in fact, OpTiC are starting to gravitate towards the middle area with 3 players now. Just as Cloud9 start to move in, they've got angles for the vent. Stewie could get taken by surprise if he jumps up this box. Automatic taken down in the meantime, but of course headshots from Stewie immediately. Spots a second player towards short as well. Bomb continues to move towards the B bomb site. 30 seconds left, and there's Tarek with that surprising position with the AWP. Down goes the smoke. This is falling apart for Cloud9.
Tarek's being clutch.
Yeah, now he moves back, and he's there with a teammate. I thought they might swap positions and surprise him with a rifle, but ooh, Nafly, this is super awkward now. 13 seconds, the bomb has been dropped by Jason. He's going to get traded, but again,
what is this, James?
And in the meantime, Nafly is dancing like we've never seen before.
It was Mixwell getting the kill in the end with the AWP. But yeah, that was an awkward moment.
That was very cool, actually. Like, he kept his cool. Like, I can't win this fight, so please don't kill me. Something like that. That was great.
And yeah, Tarek did a lot of work in that round. Not the kill that he got, but also the information that he got initially. Because Cloud9 was kind of trying to fake B a little bit, but because he had such a forward position, he knew for a fact that no one actually went to checkers. Yeah.
OpTiC continuing with the relentless aggression into A main. But again, Cloud9 not challenging it early.
Did you see what Mixwell just did? I think he tried to make the noise on Squeaky, just to make the T guy maybe flash it so he can know he's coming or something like that. So he just opened it and closed it very fast. On the way you could just hear the first sound. I never saw someone doing that. Mixwell, thank you. Take notes, Taco.
And there's the short smoke that you normally see from Versus Pro. You have to get that short smoke on point because there can be a gap next to the barrels, which can end up being a one-way smoke in favor of the CT. So you really have to make sure you're accurate with that smoke grenade. Sometimes you can stand on the barrels and then get a free kill, something to look out for if you're up against that. Now Cloud9 looking to clear out Squeaky. Maybe Mixwell's door handling antics are paying off. And indeed, there's a slow emergence from Cloud9 again. It's looking similar to before. Are we going to see somebody rush out of Squeaky Door and annihilate OpTiC? Indeed we are. Shroud's going to do exactly that, but there's nothing to get the first kill to rush around the locker area. Mixwell trying to pick the right timing for that spray. He will fall to the flames though. 2 OpTiC players remaining, both coming towards the car. Now Tarek's making his way into Z Connector. Again, he's got very nice angles, but there's a smoke down, which will take those angles away. Shroud with a dirty headshot onto Jason, despite Jason having the angle first. And that leaves Tarek alone for the second of 3 rounds. 5k in the bank.
This game is very close. Every single time I think someone can go and win it, they prove me wrong. Are you not entertained, Janko?
Are you not entertained? Yeah, I feel that something that OpTiC maybe is lacking a little bit is mid-round aggression, like pop flashing A main on certain timing and trying to clear it or gain some map information. But then again, it's difficult to go for information plays when you play double op. It would probably have to be the opper flashing you in. And do you even want to try and go for information plays? You are just confident in your opper that he's going to be able to do a lot of work when the execute comes in. But you can see this time around, Mixwell just mollied out of position, even though he gets 1 kill. Can't do much more after that. And that frag from Shroud pretty much sealed the deal.
Tarek's got a pretty good spawn. He could be a bit more to the left and a bit more forward, but he may go for an aggressive play. I think it was Mixwell who dropped a smoke earlier on B and went straight through it to get a pick on the lurker. Just giving... I mean,
James, what's James saying right now? Hazen.
What is he saying right now?
James Cobb.
He might be suggesting that Tarek goes for an aggressive play with the spawn that he has.
Double ops again.
Yeah, double ops again. I mean, Tarek's been playing B, so I don't think he's going to go towards the Squeaky Door, so he could drop a smoke.
I think they will try to go to the setup where Mixwell stays A-man with the op, I think.
They need to do... he's probably saying that they need to do something unexpected. It seems Cloud9 have got their number when it comes to the A site with the way they're just running through Squeaky Door. So they need to change something up. Cloud9 may be expecting something different, but look at this. It's flip side who often go early main on the T side, where you would have welded it with the AWP at the entrance to main, has the first angle, and then you have someone behind the box in case they push in. But OpTiC have been good at... They've been throwing HE grenades off the wall behind that box as well when they've decided to take main. So it's dangerous waters if OpTiC decide to do the same thing. But indeed, they're not going back to their normal action.
Yeah, so far I think OpTiC lost all rounds on A when he lost like this, at least the majority of them. So let's see how they want to... Oh, boost mids. James, it's happening.
Ooh, we've got dirty smoke grenades.
Dirty smoke grenades.
And it seemed somebody on A was looking towards highway, I suppose because the smoke was there. So we've got nothing. He's by the Z connector now, which makes it really hard for the CTs to peek mid. Very dangerous angle. And it seems Cloud9 are going to do exactly the same thing as before. Here come the Molotovs, but there's a counter, automatic, not going through it this time. And again, this may ruin the timing of Cloud9, just like the pop flash did previous. That smoke down will allow Nafly to reposition towards that quad area as well. And there's the first kill for him. He's going to get the burst onto nothing as well. So far, so good for the OpTic side. As I say that, 3 people will die. So it's a man advantage now for Cloud9. Mixwell over towards the car, expecting a T towards Forklift, but indeed it's main. Oh, straight through the smoke, down goes Shroud, but Stewie's there to trade. That leaves Tarek alone. Down to the 5-7, he's close range with the AWP, he knows one person's main. Does he dare pop? Go on, do no scope, no scope, no scope! Oh! I was feeling it, but it wasn't to be. 3 rounds done.
This is where you feel like OpTic has made great decisions individually, like Naf again sneaks into quad after the molly, disappears, gets 2 kills.
The second kill was great.
Yeah, but it just feels that Cloud9 is insanely on point with their aim. And you can see how Swag just cleans up after those initial couple of kills. And Cloud9 is again in a favorable position coming into the site.
Yeah, those exchanges inside the site after Nef got the 2 kills, I would definitely think the CTs would do better, but they just got all aimed.
He should never be able to get both of those kills. Like,
it's because of the smoke, I think.
yeah.
The way the smoke was dissipating or something like that made it possible.
Stewie with 40 kills as we enter round number 40.
No more eco
of
rounds.
this game.
Worth noting, no more eco rounds, now we're in overtime.
Okay.
40 kills on Stewie 2K. But we had, this is the 40 round as well, guys, so it's basically killing one each round.
Yup.
Very nice stuff.
Good math.
You are a beast. You are a beast.
Good math skills.
You are a beast.
There's a gap in that smoke, and that bomb could even come up on the radar. So they will do the job a little bit better and make their way into checkers very early on.
Nice smoke.
These are also like small mistakes. You could see his teammate is trying to re-smoke it because of the gap, but Rush just moves through it and dies. Instead of waiting for that smoke to pop. But then Mixwell gets the kill on Jordan. Now Shroud is left alone inside the bomb site. Gets wrecked by Tarek.
Yeah, and this is Cloud9 trying to make their way to match point.
I feel sorry, I feel like this is an NACS round. It's like they lost a player.
It was way easier to go B without throwing anything than
and they still somehow just get 2 kills and the site is theirs, and now they're in a 3v2 without doing almost anything. Take it away, James.
I'm just allowing the beauty of the moment to, you know, to breathe. So here comes Swag on the low ground. 2 smokes, but still the headshot's going to go straight into Swag's dome.
Is this ever going to end? No, right?
It might not be.
What do you mean, Fallen? Aren't you excited?
I am
Double
entertained.
overtime.
Yes, I am. But
it's amazing.
What happened here to OpTiC, I think that's what they should do to the end of the game. Just do anything, and then you end of the round go B. Don't throw anything, just pick. That's what we did against the Overpass, right? They have a very solid B defense against setup plays, but I think if you just try to go there in old aiming, I think it's gonna work.
It looks like Mixwell might go for a fast pick, but Nafla needs to get out of the way. He's gonna throw his grenade. Okay, just in case there's a fast play from the opposing AWPer, perhaps. Indeed, Swag is holding off angle. Ooh, will he flick up? He'll flick down. Rush getting taken out. Not sure if he saw the second player there, but he's going to buy himself some time. There's a smoke at the front, but he's going to hide behind the box. He can have a teammate flash for him. There's a teammate on the site, so Swag has options available to him. OpTiC still focused on the B bomb site. No other map control. Tarek checking for a flank at the moment. That will leave 3 towards B. There's the molly to force Swag out. He'll drop the smoke in. There are 2 other players towards the B bomb site. OpTiC winning the duel for defense. Spots Mixwell. Can raise the alarm to his team. Now the full rotations coming in for the CTs. 3 OpTiC players left. They expect Swag still at the back. Finally he goes down. OpTiC was at the vent. Will they hear him rotating? Ooh, they've boosted enough. 45 seconds. They've got time to try and get this kill. OpTiC maybe reading. Maybe these players know each other too well. Now OpTiC, even if he isn't there, he's still a problem. If he's able to rotate, he might be an extra man for Cloud9. Shroud, you appear to be on fire, you appear to be dead. Nafly, very patient. Will give OpTiC 2 versus 1.
Q of the round.
24 seconds. The bomb's in an odd spot, and Stewie, there are smokes in there, Stewie, so OpTiC have to be very, very careful indeed. 14 seconds. There's the first kill, and now it's Mixwell alone. And he has to plant the bomb, and Stewie knows that. Bad plant time. Stewie flying into the sights, and there's no time for Mixwell to draw his weapon.
Knowing Stewie, I wouldn't plant it. I would die with the time, but not plant it. You know me, Taco. I wouldn't plant it.
You think? Even
I would
in a situation like this?
For a lot of players, I would lose the round, but this one I would win. 100% sure. Because this is Stewie. Stewie is disrespectful. He doesn't respect you. This is how he plays.
But wouldn't you feel way worse if you go for that prediction play and then you lose?
Well, so
time.
It's up to you if you care about people gonna say you suck because you did something wrong.
No, just like how would you you wouldn't feel bad about it?
No,
you think
not at all. That's one way of winning a clutch, and often it's not used.
You can't be outcome dependent. It's about making the right decision.
Fair enough. Good point, James.
Game point to Cloud9, and the UMPs are rearing their ugly head. Well, its ugly head, as there's just the one. OpTiC Gaming, standard default. A default is standard by definition, I suppose. Keeping an eye on Squeaky, keeping an eye outside B. Swag will be boosted. Minute 20 on the clock. OpTiC still with a lot of utility in the bag. One smoke onto, two smokes onto Cloud9. So there's potential for them to ruin the timing of OpTiC or force them to make a play in less than ideal situations. Bomb still around T warehouse. Lurker moving forward towards B. Still no real indication as to what OpTiC want to do. 40 seconds now. 2-1-2 set up for Cloud9, with the one being outside Z connector. That could be a late flank into mid later on perhaps, or towards the car. Options open for that player. 30 seconds, one CT spotted, still no kills, but it's the split, it's charging forward. Now what Automatic's got to come in for the flank towards Highway as well. As the bomb goes down, Stewie and Swag getting some kills. The flank though has been eliminated by the T's, and now it's Nafly with 19 seconds, nowhere near the bomb. It's not going to work out. The first map will go to Cloud9, 22-20.
Good game. I think by the way Mixwell decided to gamble and just try to go aggressive on Highway, it made Swag position on Shroud, and because of the gap, not a gap, because of the way the smoke was spread in Fork, he could get kills. Because normally what you see is when someone is over the box and someone from T side is coming on Highway, often the guy on T side can kill the guy on Shroud position, but not what happened here. So despite the fact that they went Highway, Shroud position was pretty useful.
It's great 2K from Stewie on the site there, who is going straight for the fridge.
I think that was actually the mistake from OpTiC. If you have players coming up Highway, why do you smoke it off? Or that wasn't their smoke?
I think
it was
the
their
smoke on Forklift was thrown by the T side, but there was another smoke there for some reason. Which one? I don't know which one smoke was. Maybe we need to check it again to see, but I think it all happened because Mixwell tried a shot, didn't hit it, and he was like, okay, he's never picking me.
Yeah.
Which he was right. He knew that he would never be picked and it would be there. But by doing that, he changed the pace of the way the round is supposed to be played. So no one with an AK could go Highway and check the box slowly to get the advantage angle and kill the guy. So what happened is Swag was able to get kills from short position. That's what won the round.
His call was good, but his team wasn't in a position to capitalize on it. They just weren't close enough to react in the same way, and that allowed Stewie to get multiple 1v1s in a situation where ideally you would want him to be pinched from both sides. So yeah, in the end, a very, very crushing loss for OpTiC. Obviously, when a game goes into multiple overtimes, it sucks to lose. But how do you guys feel about it? I asked this Automatic the other day. Like, for example, it was a different question. It was like, if you're losing 12-3 in a half, do you prefer just losing 16-3 and then focusing on the next game, or is it better to like start making a small comeback and then losing 16-13?
Which ways is worse to lose?
I think lose is a lose. But I mean, just talking about the game again, I think
join us for
the regular match. I think OpTiC played better. Overtime, Cloud9 played much better. So
I think until 15-13, right? Until still we play, OpTiC had everything to win the game, and so that's why I say that when that play happened, that was the kind of player who changed the game, and it did.
For me, the player who enabled the comeback for Cloud9 was probably Automatic, because in a number of those rounds, he was left alone on mid basically to hold it, and OpTiC would try to take mid with 3 players, and they would use utility, and Automatic would still be able to get one kill and do a lot of damage
at least one
to another player. Yeah, and that's what allowed Cloud9 to win those rounds in the end and force it into overtime.
It was a great game.
What a great
Very
game.
close. I think the way it went, like every single time since the beginning of the match, like trades 2 rounds for one team, then 1 for the other, then just trade 2-1, 2-1 every time. It was like this. So we never saw a team really wrecking the other for more than 2 rounds.
I don't know about you guys, but I need some water
and food
before we go to the next map, which is going to be
Cobblestone.
Cobblestone.
Don't leave us.
Time for a break. We will be back on the other side. See you soon.